The Summit League and the University of Northern Colorado promote good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants, coaches, and officials in a positive manner. Profanity, racial, and sexist comments, or other intimidating chants or actions directed at officials, student athletes, coaches, or team representatives will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal from Jackson Field.
That's what we become. Inherited trouble. I'm mentally numb. Crazy. I just cannot bear. I'm living with something that just isn't fair. Mental wounds not healing. Who am I to blame? I'm going off the rails on a crazy train. I'm going off the rails on a crazy train.
Greeley, Colorado is the site of this matchup today between the University of Northern Colorado and Western Illinois. I am Bobby Morrow, joined right here by my man Matt Gator, and we're going to have the call for today between the Bears and the Leathernecks. Now, we had a fantastic game yesterday, a walk-off, bottom of the ninth. UNC won it 13-12, or 14-13, I should say, and a very exciting last play of the game, but a very exciting game in general. A lot of offense, a big comeback from the Leathernecks, ended up falling just short. But what a game, what a series we've had this weekend.
Yeah, absolutely. Like you said, extremely exciting game. A lot of offense being showed in that game yesterday. So the coaches might not have found it as exciting. You never want to give up 13 runs or 14 runs. So I'm sure both of these teams are looking to limit that today. But yeah, the bats were hot yesterday.
Yeah, definitely. After yesterday and after these past few games, I feel like the hitting coaches are saying, hey, just keep doing what you're doing. The pitching coaches are probably pulling overtime, though.
Oh, yeah. They are trying to figure something out today. Find a way to limit these bats here.
Yeah, we've seen some good pitching, but it's been the small things, the one mistake, the little thing. We had, I think, was it 6 home runs, I believe, in yesterday's ball game,
Yep.
if I remember correctly. And it was split 3-3, and it was just an offensive showing. And the pitching, it was good pitching for everybody. It's just those, one bad pitch, boom, 3-run home run. One bad pitch, boom, 2-run solo shot. It's how it is, and that's just how the game of baseball goes. But then that's the beauty of preventing those little mistakes. And we'll have to see if both of these teams can do that today. I know neither of these squads wants to give up 13, 14 runs again. And maybe we're in for a pitching matchup, but of course we'll have to tune in, stay with us, and find out how that's going to go. Riley Boss is going to be on the mound for UNC today, a right-handed pitcher, a junior. His ERA coming into is just north of 9.39. He is 0 for 3. He started 4 games, 15.1 innings pitched for him, 16 earned runs, 13 walks, 17 strikeouts for him on the season. Going up against him, though, is going to be Brian Raymond, a left-handed pitcher for Western Illinois with a 5.23 ERA. He is 0-1 this season. 6 appearances. This will be his 3rd start, though. 20.2 innings pitched for him, 12 earned runs, 10 walks, 14 strikeouts on the season. So those are our 2 pitchers for today. We're going to see how they match up against these, very potent offenses. Now, here's the thing, though. UNC, they're coming in now. They have a 4-game win streak, and they're feeling themselves. I mean, these boys are buzzing out there on this field.
Yeah, absolutely. They've been playing super hot baseball this weekend and then going back to their last 2 games last weekend and looking to start off conference play going 3-0 with the series sweep against these Leathernecks here.
Yeah, definitely. So UNC looking for the sweep today. Leathernecks trying to salvage one in their Summit League opening series, and this is obviously going to be a big game for both of these squads. UNC trying to continue this momentum because they have a tough opponent coming up in a midweek matchup with the University of Utah, whereas the Leathernecks, like I said, just trying to salvage a game on the road and get back to their winning ways. It's been a tough season up to this series for both of these squads, but they both have played really well. So turning some stuff around, you have good things coming from both of these teams, offensively, defensively, and pitching-wise. So really just have to see how they come out today, because so far they've seemed pretty evenly matched in this series.
Yeah, they absolutely have. I think one of the big keys, especially for this Leathernecks defense and their pitching, is 2 outs. Getting their job done with 2 outs, because the Bears did a great job being productive on offense when they got down to 2 outs. So the Leathernecks need to find a way to get that 3rd out of the inning.
Yeah, great point there. Bears really, they were feasting with 2 outs in this series so far, and it's frustrating for the pitcher when you're right there, you're 2 outs, 2 strikes, you're 1 pitch from getting out of it, and then they go on a run and get 2 or 3 runs. It's difficult for a pitcher, but then it boosts your offense as well on the other side. So I think that's a great point. Leathernecks got to just get that 3rd out, bear down and make sure it doesn't go any further than it already has. We're going to go ahead and take a quick break. We're going to have first pitch and lineups coming up for you right after this.
Discover a community of learners, where immersive programs tailored to fit your goals and interests meet you where you are. Flexible, affordable, online, and face-to-face. Explore more at the University of Northern Colorado Extended Campus.
Ready to take the next step, develop skills for a new career, or become licensed in your field, join a community committed to your success. Choose from more than 100 graduate programs. Work side by side with mentoring faculty who share their research and experience so that you're ready to step up. On campus, off campus, and online. The Graduate School at the University of Northern Colorado.
Well, folks, it's only 8 a.m. and it's going to be another hot one. Today's high is 85 degrees with lows ranging in the upper 50s. Tomorrow's more of the same, plus some light wind coming in from the northeast. Coming up at 8:30, Paul's got an exclusive
Babe,
heartwarming
it's
story.
8 a.m.
Fried chicken, better with Pepsi.
As a first-generation student, I didn't even know if I was gonna come to college in the first place. When I talked to my parents about it, I was like, I'm gonna go to college. Diversity and inclusion here on campus is very strong. The cultural centers were very welcoming, and they were the ones to really push me and be like, go get involved. UNC gave me the confidence, the self-advocacy, the motivation to do bigger things and reach and have bigger dreams.
Back here in Greeley, Colorado at the Jackson Field, as we are getting ready for first pitch. And this is going to be a good one. As we've talked about, we have Riley Bost out there. He'll be going against Brian Raymond. And while we have a moment before first pitch, let's go ahead and give you the starting lineup of Western Illinois and how they're going to stack up against Riley Bost. And not much different from what we've seen this weekend. Leading it off is Corey Olson, the speedster, third baseman number 18. Then you have number 4, second baseman Matt Santorelli. Out in center field, Dylan Sears, the lefty. He's number 2 today. And we have number 20, designated hitter Nick Mitchell. Toby Allred, first baseman number 13. Then we have our catcher, Adam Duran, number 25. Number 12, left fielder today, Jack Sievers. And then the 8-hole, Sam Maddox, our right fielder, number 15. And rounding it out, number 5, shortstop Derek Bottaletto.
Now taking a quick look at our defensive alignment for the Bears. Our battery today, doing the pitching, Riley Bost, and doing the catching, Josh Glenn. He's caught all 3 games this series. Around the infield at first base, we have Garrett Fisher playing second, Shaden Kubo. On the left side of the infield, we have the twin duo again, Cameron Cromer at shortstop and Chase Cromer in left field, or at third base. In left field, we have Cade Moeller playing center field. We have Hayden Hines, and rounding things out in right field, we have Jake King.
Not much different from what we've seen this weekend from the Bears either, as we are set and ready for first pitch here from Greeley. Boss delivers and squaring around on the first pitch of the game for a bunt, but it will go foul. And wow, trying to sneak attack there to get a bunt single.
I like it. He was trying to get things started early.
Yeah, why not?
Get his team moving.
Yeah, saw a ton of offense yesterday. Why not get started early here today? 52 degrees at first pitch. Partly cloudy right now. Had a lot of overcast coming up to first pitch, but it looks like it should clear up and have a nice sunny afternoon here in Greeley. So an 0-1 count to Corey Olson. That one low and outside to even it up 1-1. Olson has had a good series up to this point, and you know, it may not reflect in his batting average, this or that, but he makes a difference when he gets on base, and he has been getting on base.
Yeah, absolutely. And anytime you can get speed like his on base, I don't think
Kubo
Olson knows what happened.
this one. Not sure what happened there with Corey Olson, but it's a good thing for Kubo that Olson didn't really know what was happening there. I think he must have thought he fouled that off or something.
I think he hit it off the very top of his bat, and yeah, assumed that he'd fouled it off, and because he was looking backwards for the ball, and then looked up, saw that Kubo was fumbling around with it, and
yeah, Kubo got a gift there.
He did.
Because with the speed coming down the base path of a full-going Corey Olson, I don't think he would have had him.
And that ball probably had a lot of spin on it too.
Oh yeah, off the top of a bat like that, it gets crazy. Little squirrely out there. So that makes it 1 out now as Matt Santorelli steps in. Watches the first one go by for a strike. Santorelli had himself a game yesterday. Had a big fly, some good base running, scoring from first on a throwing error. 0-2 count started to Santorelli. Chops this one to short, picked up by Cromer. Cameron Cromer going across the diamond and gets it to Fisher for the out. 2 up, 2 down here in the top of the first for Riley Boss, and this is a start he needs. Like I said, he's coming into today a 9.39 ERA, 15.1 innings pitched. So of course we still have that small sample size, but you know, getting a start like this is important.
Yeah, absolutely. You'd love to get off to a hot start here for him.
Lefty stepping in. Dylan Sears, 306 average into today. First pitch to the lefty is in there for a strike, and Boss going right at these hitters. Boss set and delivers. This one comes in, and that is pulled down the first baseline. Kubo lays out, but just not enough reach for him there, and that will be a single. And, you know, there goes the perfect game, right?
Yeah, unable to get that one today. Perfect game, no hitter.
Yep.
All gone.
Yep.
But, you know, now you don't have to think about it.
Yep, yeah, absolutely. There goes the pressure, right? 2 down here in the top of the first with a base runner now on first base. In steps Nick Mitchell, 354 hitter on the season with 10 RBIs. He'll also stand in that left-handed batter's box. Kubo shaded pretty far on that pull side, and now this one's chopped right up the middle. Cromer picks it up on the short hop and on to Fisher for the 3rd out. So a quick inning for Riley Boss is exactly what the doctor ordered. And we'll go ahead and head to the bottom of the 1st inning. Bears coming up after this.
Middle of the 1st.
Imagine yourself on a college campus. Make it a Division I university. Add the very best professors and some of the top-ranked residence halls in Colorado. Now think about your dream career, that thing you've wanted to do your whole life. Imagine learning it and doing it right here. You've just imagined yourself at the University of Northern Colorado. Apply today at unco.edu.
playground.
Back here in Greeley as we are about to get ready for the bottom of the first inning.
We're going to take a look at our batting lineup today for the Bears. Leading things off again in that one spot, Jake King, wearing number 29, playing right field. Batting second, number 5, Shaden Kubo. Batting third, number 4, Josh Glenn. Struggling a little bit so far this series, just 1 for 10 in these 2 games combined. Batting fourth in the 4-hole, number 24, Cade Moeller. Batting fifth, number 8, Garrett Fisher. Batting sixth, number 22, Craig Kenny. Then we have the twin duo again, twin 2 coming first, number 7, batting seventh, number 2, Chase Cromer. Batting eighth, number 1, Cameron Cromer. And then in that 9-hole, like we've seen them all year, number 19, Hayden Hines.
Had a good lineup, all up and down that lineup all series long for UNC. Let's go ahead and look at who's out there in the field for Western Illinois. Well, first of all, starting pitcher is Brian Raymond. His battery mate in this one is Adam Duran. Out at first base, Toby Allred. Second base, Matt Santarelli. Shortstop, Derek Bottaletto. On the hot corner, Corey Olson. Out in left field, Jack Sievers. And roaming center field will be Dylan Sears. Right fielder will be Sam Maddox in this one. Stepping in, Jake King to get the Bears started offensively today. First one comes in for a strike. Brian Raymond, 5.23 ERA, as we mentioned before. And he has opponents hitting .276 against the lefty. And the lefty leadoff chops this one to first base. No problem over there. Picked up easily by Allred for the first out of the inning. UNC comes into this one 5-14 on the year, 2-0 in Summit League. Western Illinois 2-15 overall, 0-2 here in conference play. Shaden Kubo stepping in. He has had quite a series. Really has done a great job offensively. .667 batting average in this series with 2 home runs, 9 RBIs, 14 total bases from him. He's slugging .1500. This one grounded to shortstop. Bottaletto just under his glove, and that'll be a single for Shaden Kubo. First hit of the day for UNC. And now, you know, there goes Brian Raymond's perfect game.
Yeah, both of them getting broken up early here today.
Interesting.
But, you know, with the way the bats were hitting yesterday, didn't really expect
to
see one of those
not
today.
Exactly expected, right? Josh Glenn taking a step in, and as you said, he's been struggling a little bit here just in this series. As he came into this series pretty hot, but hitting just 100 in this series, 10 at-bats, only 1 hit. It was a home run. 4 total bases for him.
Yeah, if I remember right, he came into the series batting around .281. Average just dipped down out of .257.
First pitch is in the dirt. Kubo's going to take off. No throw. Wisely there by Duran. So that might be called a passed ball.
I think that it would be.
We'll have to see what they call on here.
Wild pitch.
Wild pitch, they'll say. It was in the dirt.
Make me fix my scorecard.
2-0 count. Kubo on second, 1 out in the inning. Delivery there on the inside corner. Nice pitch coming in to Josh Glenn to get on the board with a strike, 2-1. You watch the windup of Brian Raymond. He's got a little hitch in there, you know. It's nice and smooth. Then he has a little whoop where he leans back, and that could throw off your timing, I feel like, a little bit. I know it'd throw me off. Of course, anything would throw me off as a hitter up there. As that one's going to get away, and now Kubo will advance to third on the pass ball. Now, yesterday, Shaden Kubo, he scored twice on a pass ball, so he's really aware out there.
Yeah, absolutely. And so a lot of the times, too, it's just right spot at the right time.
You betcha. UNC, you can't miss them today. They're in those bright gold tops with the white pants, navy caps. Western Illinois in their gray unis with the purple accents as this one comes in and swung on and fouled down the third baseline.
And yeah, Glenn was right on top of that one.
Yeah, he probably is.
A little bit early.
Probably wants that one back. Full count, man on third, 1 out. And all you need here if you're Glenn is a sacrifice fly, and sometimes that's enough to turn a guy around.
Yeah, just finding a way to do something productive here.
That'll be out to Bottaletto at shortstop. Kubo will score. Glenn on his horse, but not enough as that makes its way over to Allred for the second out. Run scores, though, so scoring is opened here in the bottom of the first inning for UNC.
Number 24, Cade Muller.
Yeah, RBI for Glenn there.
Yep, there you go. You know, like I said,
on the board early.
RBIs, anything can get you going if you're stumbling a little bit. I'm not going to say Josh Glenn's struggling by any means. 10 at bats with 1 hit. There's a lot worse things that could happen.
Yeah, and they've now scored in the bottom of the first in all 3 games this series.
And they've won 2 of those. We'll see how this one ends up, obviously, as Moeller steps in and takes a strike. Moeller hitting .324 on the year. 1 home run, 8 RBIs. He has a few less at-bats than most of the starting lineup, so he hasn't really qualified as a team leader as this one goes out to Bottaletto at short. Nice throw from him, and that will retire the side. 1 run comes across. Shaden Kubo on the RBI from Josh Glenn. 1-0 UNC after 1. We will be right back after this.
At the end of 1, UNC Bears.
Like sweet morning dew, to one look at you, and it was plain to see that you were my destiny. I will go where you lead, I'll be right there in a time of need. And when I lose my way, you'll be right there to push me up that hill. There's no looking back or run. You're all I need, baby, baby, to get by.
RBI ground out too short by Josh Glenn. Leading things off in the top half of this inning is going to be number 13, Toby Allred. Riley Bost finishing his warm-up pitches here. Looks like the sun's really starting to come out now here at Jackson Field.
Leading off the Leathernecks half of the second inning. First baseman, number 13, Toby Allred.
Riley Bost only needed 9 pitches to get through that first inning, looking to keep that same productivity going here. Here's the first pitch of the inning. And grounded up the middle. That's going to get just past Cam Cromer for a single to center field. First pitch swinging right there for Allred.
Catcher, number 25, Adam.
Not a bad start to the inning out there on the mound. Or I should say at bat, my bad.
You know, I think they knew what you meant.
Yeah, Brady. They're following.
Batting now for the Leathernecks, number 25, Adam Duran, doing the catching today.
Yeah, we've seen a few catchers out there for Western Illinois.
That pitch is in there and dropped by Glenn. That'll be a ball inside.
Duran came in the later half of yesterday's ball game.
Little relief catching appearance.
Yeah. I mean, there's some days when you're out there that you are praying for a relief catcher.
Yes.
You wish that was a more regular thing.
Yeah. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Grounded down the third base side, but foul. Looked like one of their coaches coming out of the dugout trying to make a play on that one.
Reliving the glory days, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Never goes away.
The thrill of competing.
Counts even at 1-1. That ball's popped up right between second and right field. It looks like King's going to be able to settle under that one for the first out of this inning.
You mentioned the coaches over there for Western Illinois. Andy Pasco, their head coach,
Left fielder.
over there, and he had a rough game yesterday. He came out of the dugout a few times, had some words with a few of the umpires, but that's day by day, and managers usually they'll sleep it off usually.
Yeah, he was not very happy with this umpire crew today. Same crew that we had yesterday, just changed the positions a little bit. Behind the plate we have home plate umpire Troy Hodak. As we get a check swing there.
No appeal.
Just going to call that one a ball. 1-0 the count. At first base we have Andrew Fulton, and third base Sean McKinney. Same crew for all 3 games today.
Taking their rotation around, they'll all hit one of their each position once, I should say. Goodness, I can get it out.
That ball's in there for a strike, brings the count to 1-1. In batting right now for the Leathernecks is number 12, Jack Severs.
Not much of a threat to run there at first base. Allred has not attempted a steal yet this season, early on in this season.
He's going here, though.
Call that the broadcaster's curse.
And Glenn will get him.
Maybe that's why he hasn't taken one.
Yeah. Great throw there by Glenn. That was on a rope right to Kubo, able to lay down the tag. Because that was a good base stealing attempt there.
That was a terrific attempt. He heard me say it and said, "Oh yeah, big boy."
Not much of a threat to run. And here
he goes.
0 for 1 on the year now.
Yeah, 0 for 1 for me today too.
2 outs now for the Bears. 1-2 count here on Severs. He got him to swing through that fastball. 3 up, 3 down inning with the caught base stealer there by Glenn. We will be back in a couple of minutes for the bottom half of the second.
Top of the second inning, no runs on 1 hit with no errors and no one left on base. Middle of the second, UNC.
It's within us to want to explore, discover, connect, succeed. And if we start in a place that welcomes, encourages, inspires, we'll find community and new ways to make the world better. Explore more at the University of Northern Colorado.
We're here for the ones with big hearts, the ones with big calluses, the ones who go the distance, the ones holding down the fort, the weekend warriors, the crafty ones, these crafty ones too, and the ones just being themselves. Here's to the ones who define the Colorado spirit. We're proud to be the community bank that helps them live that way, because we're not just a bank in Colorado. We're Bank of Colorado. There's only one.
UNC's prepared me for leadership roles by pushing me out of my comfort zone.
And we are back here at Jackson Field for the bottom half of the second inning. Score still 1-0 for the Bears as they were able to get that 3 up, 3 down inning. Not your prototypical 3 up, 3 down inning.
No.
But, Josh Glenn doing a great job.
I mean, it's prototypical for Glenn, though. That's something.
Of course.
That's something he does every time.
Absolutely.
If you ask him.
And I think he can thank you for that one.
Yeah. I mean, a guy who, according to me, doesn't run very often. I kind of pushed him into running there.
Well, you know what? Whatever works. Leading things off in the bottom half of the second inning is going to be first baseman Garrett Fisher.
For Raymond out there on the mound, he's down 1-0 here, but he didn't have a bad first inning.
No, not at all. It was just good productivity there by the Bears. A couple wild pitches, Kuba was able to advance and then scored on the ground ball to short.
Yeah, it kind of worked as a sacrifice there for Glenn.
That ball fouled off right towards us. Brings the count to 0-2.
I don't think he wanted to make contact there. He was trying to pull that one back.
Yep. Always a bit unfortunate when your check swings end up fouling the ball off.
Yeah, we saw it yesterday, ducking away to try not get beamed to the ear hole, and you left your bat up there for a foul.
That ball misses low. Goes between the catcher's legs.
Have to keep an eye on this.
Counts down at 1-2.
We've seen a good number of these balls in the dirt get by Duran out there.
Yeah, and I'm sure that the base runners for the Bears are very aware of that.
Oh, yeah, they're paying attention to that for sure.
I think that's the third or fourth one that we've seen already. Up ball swung on and fouled off. That's going to be out of play, though, down the first base side. I'm sure all the people that parked over there are checking to make sure their cars are all right.
Holding their breath. They're just hitting the alarm. Please, please, not be mine.
Count still at 1-2. Swung and grounded to the second baseman, Santarelli, and he will be able to fire it over to Allred at first for the first out of this bottom half of the second inning.
Designated hitter, number 22, Craig Kenny.
Here's a guy who showed some pop yesterday. I mean, he showed his power yesterday.
That was an absolute no-doubter that he hit yesterday. As soon as it left his bat, he just kind of started jogging, looked over at his dugout. Everyone knew it was gone.
Yeah, that's the one the fielders didn't even move.
No need to.
Nope.
I went back and watched it back on the stream. Left fielder took maybe 1-2 steps, gave it the courtesy, little jog, and was like, okay, can't do anything with that.
Second home run of the year for Craig Kenny, coming yesterday.
Count is 2-0 right now on Kenny. Up a line down the third base side, and that's going to be fair. That'll go to the wall. That's going to be extra bases here for Kenny as he's rounding first. And he will get into second standing up for the double with one out here in the bottom of the second. He got turned around on that one.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he pulled that perfectly down the line. I mean, it went all the way down. I think it was about 6 inches from the line the entire way down. Just about as close as you can get to having it go foul. And Kenny, I mean, we've talked about the speed, and here's a speedster stepping in right now. But we talked about the speed of this lineup, and Kenny, if anybody is not a speedster, we'll say it's Kenny, but by no means is he a concrete foot out there. He can move. He's just, maybe not the speediest guy. But now he's out on second, and we'll see what Cromer can do here.
And Cromer will hit that 1-2 shortstop. Great play there by Bottaletto, able to get Cromer at first.
Bottaletto, my goodness. We talked about his defense yesterday and how he can really come up with some plays. He's so lengthy out there. He's got some length at shortstop and range, and he made a beautiful play on the speedster of Cameron Cromer there.
Yeah, that is
Chase Cromer. That was Chase Cromer.
Yes, not an easy play there at all by him. Looked like he kind of snow-coned that one and able to make the good transition and fire it over to first for the out.
He looked like he was on the wrong side of second base as a shortstop making that throw.
Yes, and now we have Cameron Cromer batting. First pitch in there for a strike.
Cromer 1 was actually Cromer 9 yesterday. He was wearing number 9 in case you tuned in yesterday and are a little confused. This is his normal number.
Yep, back to where number 1. Pitch also in there for a strike. The breaking ball there. 0-2 the count. Cameron Cromer on the series, 6 for 9 batting. Yeah, he's having a pretty good series so far.
He came into the series not, maybe in a little slump, just trying to get the season started, and he's picked it up a little bit here.
Apple's in the dirt, and Kenny is going to score fairly easily here. There we go. We were talking about the pass balls, wild pitches in the dirt. There's another one. Scores a run for the Bears. 2-0 lead now here in the bottom of the second.
Yeah, these runners are going to be on their toes as long as Duran is out there, or as long as Raymond is out there putting him in the dirt.
And that will be scored officially as a wild pitch there on Raymond. 1-2 count here. No one on. Another one in the dirt. Good block there by Raymond.
Scooped up by Duran there.
Ball swung on, grounded to Bottaletto at short, and he'll fire it over for the third out of the inning. Bears able to score one here in the bottom of the second on the pass ball, or on the wild pitch by Raymond. Score is now 2-0. We will be back here at Jackson Field in a couple minutes.
One hit with no errors and no one left on base.
I think that UNC has given me the tools to make an impact on my community. My major here at UNC is political science.
I am very excited that I've been able to be a part of Student Senate, and I can't imagine my life without that impact and making those changes. I got so much more out of this experience than just a degree. I will be leaving here
a better person, a more engaged person, more educated person, someone who's more caring for others.
Back here at the Jackson Field in beautiful Greeley, Colorado, getting ready for the top of the third inning. Warm-up pitches all set and done for Riley Bost, and we're ready to resume play. Sam Maddox going to lead it off. He'll be followed by Derek Bottaletto, and it'll turn back over to Corey Olson in the hole. Bost, 17 pitches up to this point, 2 hits, 1 strikeout against him.
Now he's looking to keep this efficiency going here.
Yeah, you bet. 17 pitches going into the third inning. Hey, that's a good way to start the game.
Yeah,
this
you
one,
love that.
And quick start here. First pitch swinging. It's popped up right behind second base. Kubo under it, secures it, and that is the first out. So 1 pitch, 1 out. Can't get much more efficient than that for Bost.
Yeah, anytime start off an inning with a 1 pitch, 1 out.
That's perfect.
Gotta be a great feeling.
That's how just an ideal start for him. So that'll bring in Bottaletto. We've seen him flash the leather out there already. How's he doing with the stick today? About to find out. Already choking up on his bat there. Saw that a lot from these hitters yesterday. They all kind of get in there, choke up, and really try to get around on these pitches a little earlier.
Yeah, Bottaletto yesterday, 1 for 2 with 3 walks.
Yeah, he knows his zone. That is something to be said for him. That one, he probably didn't have to lay off that one too hard. Way outside. 1-1. Oh, look at that! Our first close-up of Boss. He's got the mustache working up there.
Yeah, a few of these Bears players like to keep that mustache going throughout the season.
Rocking the stash, nice and groomed. Look at that.
Yeah,
got the hair flowing. That's a confident guy up there.
It's a look.
This ground ball straight to shortstop. Cromer will field it cleanly on to Fisher. And that's a quick 2 outs for Riley Bost.
Third baseman, number 18, Corey Olson.
Did you ever grow a mustache during your playing days? Any kind of weird facial hair while you were out there?
You know, never anything weird. I shaved my beard into mutton chops for team pictures one day.
Yeah, I like that.
My mom was not very happy with that, and I know you're listening right now, Mom, so you're welcome.
First pitch comes in to Corey Olson, low. So 1-0 count, 2 outs here, top of the third. Swing and a miss on that one. 1-1. So the chops didn't go over well, huh?
You know, everyone on the team loved him.
Oh, I bet they did.
They did. Mom, not so much, though. She was like, why did you have to ruin your pictures like that? Because it was fun.
Frame that, put it above the bed. Ooh, that one comes in high and in hard. And that's going to put a runner on. Corey Olson taking one for the team.
Bost was real unhappy with himself there. As soon as it hit him, he turned around and looked like he said something to himself. Probably not the nicest.
Expletive.
Yes. He knew he had a great inning working here.
He did. He had a great inning, but, you know, one guy on, he's 2 outs, and we always say when you have 2 outs, you're one pitch away from getting out of it. Good to see you, though, down at first base. Nothing wrong with our guy, Corey Olson. Low and outside off of the glove of Cromer, number 2, and that's going to get Olson to third. Throw comes in, not in time, and now going to second. They're just going to let him go. Bost picks it up, and now we have 2 runners in scoring position with 2 outs in the inning. Chase Cromer laid out, gave everything he had off the end of his glove as it made its way into shallow left field. That allowed Olson to third. And Santarelli made his way to second. Should go down as a single for Santarelli.
Well, I think it'll go down as a single with, I think it would have to be an error, just not sure who that error will go on.
This one down the first base line. Nice block there from Fisher. Fisher will take it himself, putting the body on the line to get that ball and keep it in play. That's a third out here in the top of the third. Still scoreless for Western Illinois. It's a 2-0 ball game. UNC on top. We'll have the bottom of the third coming your way after this.
Coming to UNC, one thing that I really wanted to engage in was different leadership roles for professional and personal development. I'm currently the Director of Finance for our Student Senate. I am also in Beta Alpha Psi in the President's Leadership Program. Having all of these different opportunities across campus, I think is really going to be helpful when I go into my career and into real-world situations, and also has been super empowering.
Well, folks, it's only 8 a.m. and it's going to be another hot one. Today's high is 85 degrees with lows ranging in the upper 50s. Tomorrow's more of the same, plus some light wind coming in from the northeast. Coming up at 8:30, Paul's got an exclusive
Babe,
heartwarming
it's
story.
8 a.m.
Fried chicken, better with Pepsi.
2-0 ball game here in Greeley. Back out there as Brian Raymond. 26 pitches so far for him. 2 hits, 2 runs against him. Both of them are earned. Hayden Hines going to lead it off for UNC. Then they'll turn the lineup over for Jake King and Shaden Kubo coming up after that. And we had just said during the break, we were talking about who's coming up next, and we said, well, that's kind of nice for the Bears. They've got 2 leadoff hitters coming up.
Yeah, and that's another reason that having Hayden Hines batting ninth is just a great, huge advantage here for the Bears.
Yeah, he's hitting .317 on the season with 4 RBIs. He's come around to score 11 times. He gets on base, and he comes around to score. And great weapon to have in that 9-hole as he watches the first one come by for a strike.
And he's 4 for 7 on the series with 3 walks.
Yeah, again, he knows this. He's a prototypical. He's a prototype of a perfect leadoff hitter. He knows his zone. He can make contact as he did there, bounces it right over the third baseman, and he has a leadoff single for the Bears.
There we go. He was getting on base 70% of the time this series. That number will go up a little bit now.
I'm not a math guy, so I'll just say it's over 70.
Yeah, I'm going to say roughly 77. Couldn't actually tell you, though.
Back to the top of the order, Jake King, 0 for 1 today, 302 on the season. 1 home run, 7 RBIs. He's come around to score 14 times. He already has a man on in front of him. Other action for UNC. The basketball team just tipped off in the College Basketball Invitational. We'll keep you updated on those scores as we continue.
And they'll be playing FAU in that one.
Quick pickoff move by the lefty, and Hines back in there. And we talked about it yesterday, those lefties and their pickoff moves at first base. They can be quick, and they can get you.
I hated being on first base when lefties were pitching. It was the most uncomfortable feeling.
Oh, yeah. I made sure I probably took a step closer to the base, at least 1 step closer to the base, just to be sure.
Yeah, but believe it or not, I was never much of a base stealer.
Really?
Yeah, I know. That might be surprising looking at me. But yeah, never much of a base stealer, but I always had the smallest leads anytime there was a lefty, and my first base coach would be like, take another couple steps. Like, nope, I'm good.
I'm good right here. Another throw back to first. Hines back in there.
Unless you're going to have me steal, which I don't think you are, I'm comfy.
Now, Hines he's 3 for 4 on the year, though.
Yeah, we could see him take off.
We could see him move. And another one going back. Keeping an eye on that runner at first is Brian Raymond.
I wouldn't be surprised to see Hines take off here. 2 back-to-back pickoff moves.
Yep.
Generally won't see 3 in a row.
1-1 count.
There he goes.
And there he goes. Let's see. And just eating that one, not even letting it go, is Adam Duran. So a stolen base for Hayden Hines, and he's in scoring position. You can count out the double play now.
Yeah, great base running there behind, and it looked like Duran just kind of mishandled it and made the smart decision not to pop up and try to throw it down after that.
Yeah, and like you said, I mean, it's so rare for a pitcher to throw over 3 times in a row. If he was going on that pitch.
Absolutely.
That one in the dirt to make it 2-2.
And he got such a good jump on it, too. I think even if it had been a pickoff and he had thrown it to first, he might have ended up being safe.
So Hines at second. King with a 2-2 count. Nobody out in the inning. The delivery here in this one, just kind of taking a hack at that one, trying to make contact, a little contact swing. It stays 2-2. Lefty on lefty matchup. We haven't seen it be a disadvantage to King, though. Some lefties don't like facing a left-handed pitcher, but King doesn't seem to mind, as he's going to pull that around. It'll be fouled on the first base line, though.
King right now currently on a 10-game hitting streak, looking to extend that here today.
Yeah, he's 0 for 1 on the day so far.
Grounded out to first in his first at bat.
Yeah, we've got plenty of time for him. Held back on that one, and they are going to go to an appeal, and it is a ball, so full count. Base is open at first here in the bottom of the third. Both of UNC's runs really came from passed balls, or whatever, pass ball, wild pitch, and the combination of those, as that one's fouled off. First inning, Kubo was on first, and he got 2 bases after 2 back-to-back pass balls, and he ended up scoring on a, what you could say a sacrifice from Glenn, but it doesn't go as a sacrifice in the scorebook.
Yeah,
scorebook.
Which I always find weird.
Yeah,
if you
know,
fly, if you fly out, it's a sacrifice, but you ground out, it's just a ground out.
I fully agree with you. And then in the second inning, we had runner come around and score, and he ended up coming by on a pass ball. So a 3-2 count payoff pitch inside and low, and King gets a free pass. Great at-bat there from King, just working, grinding through it, fouling off some pitches he didn't like, trying to get something he did like, but he's adding to that pitch count out there for Raymond. 37 pitches here in the third. He's only through 2 innings. Technically, though, there's no outs here. That brings in Shaden Kubo. Kubo was a triple shy of the cycle yesterday.
Yeah, Kubo, the power hitter right now.
Yeah, prototypical 5'8", 165-pound power hitter.
3 home runs on the year, second on the team.
He's going to lay down a bunt.
Beautiful
bunt down the third base line. Olsen's throw will pull the first baseman off, and bases are loaded after that bunt single, and everybody's playing station to station there out on the bases.
You could not ask for better placement on that bunt.
That was absolutely beautiful. Right down the line. It wasn't too hard. Had to have the third baseman charge and barehand that. That's the only chance that he had out there. And, I mean, Olsen, he played it very well. It was just a beautiful bunt.
Yeah, it was a great play by Olsen. He did everything that he could have done.
Absolutely. Even if that throw was on line, which it wasn't terrible again, he'd have been on there. So now you have a power hitter, Josh Glenn, stepping in, leads the team in home runs and RBIs with the bases loaded, and he took a hack at that first one.
Yeah, Glenn definitely looking to change things around here for his series.
Yeah, he has the RBI in this game. Kubo scoring on his ground out. But he can definitely add to it here. First base, well, both corners are in, but Olsen there at third, not quite as in, as he has to take care of the base runner.
Yeah, right now they're looking to turn 2 up the middle, come home on anything to the corners.
After a quick word with third base coach, Josh Glenn going to step back in for UNC. Glenn, the only senior in today's starting lineup, one of 3 upperclassmen, very young team, as this one is flown out into right field. It's going back, and it's going to hit off of the wall. Glenn is trucking. He's going to score 3. He's going for third. Glenn will have a triple easily and clear the bases with one swing of the bat.
Great piece of hitting there by Glennon, just like that. He's got 4 RBIs on the day, a triple.
Hey,
looks to be turning things around.
You can get out of a slump like that, huh?
That's all it takes sometimes.
Beautiful piece of hitting there by Glenn, going opposite field. Hit in the warning track up off the wall, and he had an easy triple there. Cade Moeller going to step in now, and he has a chance to bring Glenn in. Still no outs in the inning. Moeller, all he has to do is send something deep enough into the outfield, and it could be a 6-run ball game here just in the third. But don't get ahead of yourselves, anybody. We saw the situation yesterday, and as we mentioned, that ended up having to be a walk-off in the bottom of the 9th.
Yeah, it feels like no lead is safe here with the way that these two teams have been hitting the ball.
0-1 to Moeller. Ooh, and that one was a hanging breaking ball, but Moeller just came around a little too quick on that one, and he wants that one back, I can tell you for sure.
Yeah, he's a little upset with himself for just being able to foul that one off.
That was a big looping, slow breaking ball in the top of the zone. 0-2 count. Here comes the pitch, and that one is check swing, but it looks like Moeller's going to try to get there at first, and they're going to say out, and that was an interesting one. I didn't know if he fouled that or what was going on.
Yeah, I couldn't really tell what happened, but I think Moeller knew that he went around on that check swing and just wanted to run it through.
Well, he hustled.
He did. It was a great hustle play by him.
He almost made it worth it.
Exactly. Almost an errant throw, too, by Duran.
It was.
That would have scored Glenn easily, and right fielder out there, Maddox, didn't look to be backing it up, so
yeah,
who knows, Moeller could have gotten to third.
Yeah, Allred was able to pick that one up. Almost got his hand stepped on in that glove,
Yep.
But luckily it did not. So that's the first out of the inning. And then in steps Garrett Fisher, first baseman for UNC. Still has Glenn right there at third with one out in the inning. Swinging and missing at that first pitch. Taking a step out, Garrett Fisher. Deep breath and back in there. This one in the dirt, and Duran able to block that one. That one hit about 4 feet in front of home plate.
We've been seeing a lot of that out of Raymond today, those balls in the dirt.
Yeah, and if you're a pitcher that likes to eat at that bottom of that zone and you don't have your, you don't have that precise spotting for the day, you can get in low, and it looks like we're going to have a suicide squeeze. That's going to score Glenn.
Perfect execution there.
As Glenn took off, and my heart skipped a beat for a second because, well, Fisher hadn't turned around with the bunt yet, so I thought Glenn was going for a straight steal. But a suicide squeeze makes it a 6-run ball game, 4 runs across in the inning. So 6-0, and that brings up Craig Kenny. He came around, and he scored on that wild pitch in the second inning. Another one in the dirt, and that one's going to go all the way to first base and hits off first base. So 1-0 count. Kenny 1 for 1 today. His average with that 1 for 1, he's up at 200 now for the season.
Yeah, he got off to a slow start, but these last few games he's definitely been doing a lot better.
Yeah, again, all of these averages and our ERAs and everything that we're telling you about, take them with a grain of salt. It's still early on in the season, especially with the batting averages. It's about 100 to 150 at-bats until you really start seeing what kind of season you're going to have. This one's flown out into right field, handled no problem out there, and that will end the bottom of the third. 4 runs come across for the Bears. Josh Glenn, a big 3 RBI base-clearing triple. And Bears are up 6-0 after 3. We'll have the fourth coming up for you after this.
Discover a community of learners, where immersive programs tailored to fit your goals and interests meet you where you are. Flexible, affordable, online, and face-to-face. Explore more at the University of Northern Colorado Extended Campus.
playground.
We are back here in Greeley, Colorado at Jackson Field. Bears able to come up with 4 runs in the bottom half of that third inning. Started with the triple by Glenn, scoring 3 of those, and then able to score in the suicide squeeze there by Garrett Fisher. Not typical that you see a 5-hole hitter laying down a bunt for the suicide squeeze.
Taking the bat out of the hand there, but hey, it worked, got the run. It's a 6-run lead now for UNC, and yeah, their pitcher out there is throwing a gem, so it could be, I mean, this could be a good day for UNC. I mean, obviously knock on wood if you're a UNC fan, but yeah, pitcher's working well. Offense obviously doing pretty good, 6 runs through 3 innings.
Yeah, absolutely. And Riley Boss just at 27 pitches through 3 innings. You love that. That's 9 pitches an inning. Quick math.
Quick math.
That first pitch missed outside for a ball. 1-0 is the count.
Mitchell 347 on the season. 10 RBIs. He's come around to score 9 times.
Yeah, he's having himself a good season so far. Doing the DHing today. Second time we've seen him in that position. Counts even at 1-1. Up a way outside, just got away from Bose there.
Yeah, maybe had a little moisture on his grip there.
Yep.
Nick Mitchell, I mean, he's just a freshman up there at bat as well, and he's the DH for this squad. He's their cleanup hitter. He's hitting 354 and now 347 with the updated statistics, and that's just a freshman. This kid's got a future.
Yeah, absolutely. Anytime you're a freshman batting 4th for a team, you're not doing too bad for yourself. As that ball's fouled off right towards us. Brings the count even to 2-2.
Summit League match action right here in front of us. 2 other teams in the Summit League playing today. Omaha is taking on Rutgers at home. Oral Roberts is hosting Dallas Baptist.
Here's the 2-2. Just outside. Brings the count to full at 3-2. Yeah, no other conference games yet.
Yeah.
These 2 teams are going to have 3 by the end of this weekend, and no one else will have played 1 yet. A little bit strange. Normally conference starts for everyone around the same time, but
yeah, and right now UNC obviously top of the conference.
I gotta love when you can say that.
Yeah,
no matter how this game goes, they will still be
top of the conference. Yeah, it's a walk there.
Yeah, leadoff walk to Mitchell. It's Riley Boss' first walk of the day. Apple missed high, 1-0 the count here. Batting for the Leathernecks, number 13, Toby Allred.
Allred just under 300 for the season. He's 1 for 1 today, so he's already raised it up a little bit. And he's eyeing that. If he's aware of that, he wants it. It's just a mark of pride when you have that 3 starting your batting average.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's grounded down the first base side, just foul. Looked like Fisher was trying to grab that one and keep it fair, be able to step on the base for the out, but just got foul at the last second there.
Yeah, smart play by the first baseman. And those are always tough ones. You have to really have a baseball IQ when it comes to something like that. Do you field it? Do you just try to let it go foul, bounce off the base? It bounces off the base, it's a fair ball.
Yeah, it's a fair ball, and if it bounces off the base, you're most likely not going to be able to field it cleanly.
Yeah, so probably best for him that it was foul. No chance to turn 2, obviously, in that situation.
Yep. Counts even at 1-1. Mitchell takes off for second. Glenn with the throw, not going to be there in time. A little bit offline. Stolen base there for Mitchell.
Yeah, he was off right there. I mean, not looking back, and he's now 4 for 5 stolen bases on the season. No more double play opportunity. And now he's in scoring position. No outs in the inning.
With a 2-1 count here on Allred.
Allred has 9 RBIs on the year. Looking to make it 10.
Fouled off just in our direction. Counts even now at 2-2.
It's like Boss was having a word with Kubo there about holding this runner on.
Yeah, you don't want to let him get too big of a lead there. Here's the 2-2 pitch.
Now that time it looked like Boss might have just been staring down Mitchell over there.
Yeah.
I love that intensity. I love that.
Absolutely.
I love that.
And Mitchell with his speed likely to score on anything hit to the outfield.
Got him leaning. Oof.
Just missed him.
Yeah.
Great pickoff move there by Boss.
If that throw was on line right there on the
I think he would have
on the shortstop side of that bag, he was out.
Yep.
I think Mitchell knows it too. We'll see if he gets a shorter lead this time.
His lead is about a step shorter. That ball's fouled off the foot of Allred there. Count stays even at 2-2.
He's one of the few players that we've seen, few hitters that we've seen that actually has that pad going up over his foot, so that actually hit off of his guard, and I mean, 'cause that's painful when it goes off the top of your foot, but he's got that guard up there, so he's all right. Still feels it, but nowhere near as bad.
Yeah, not as bad as just going straight off of the bones there.
Oof. Cringe thinking about it.
2-2 pitch.
Staring down the runner.
Swung on in line foul down the first base side.
He got around on that one very quick. I mean, that was a high inside pitch, and he turned on that one to make it foul down the left field line. He was waiting on something quick.
Yeah, he was on top of that one for sure. Good at bat here going by Allred. And he will line that. It's going to fly ball to right field. King able to come under it, and he'll fire it towards third base. And it's going to be cut off by Kubo there.
Yeah, good job to cut that one off. You don't know what kind of bounce that's going to take or anything like that. So a smart play there by Kubo. You're up by 6, and a man on third isn't going to kill you right now. You know, you're down by 6 now here in the top of the 4th inning, and you know, baseball, like we always say, doesn't have a clock on it, so they can just keep chipping away, and that's what we saw them do yesterday.
Exactly, and right now for them, they just need to come across with one run here, find a way to score Mitchell.
We know that the Leathernecks just do not go down easy.
Not at all. That ball's lined to Kubo. Great play there by him. Boss had to get out of the way. He's just sitting on the mound now.
Boss
he grabbed his heart.
Putting his hand over his heart. And good God, I mean, I would be too. I mean, that came pretty close to him, and he checked his pulse. He looked at the dugout and put his fingers up on his neck and checked his pulse.
Yeah, he knows that one just missed him.
He's having fun out there, too. You love to see it.
We saw quite a few of those yesterday, too. Ball's just coming right back at the pitcher.
Boss having fun, shaking it off. Big smile on his face still.
Batting now for the Leathernecks, number 12, Jack Severs. 2 outs here in the top of the 4th. And that's going to be a pass ball there. Could go as a wild pitch, too.
Yeah. I think if I were scorer, I'd say wild pitch, but I could go either way.
I would agree with you on the wild pitch, because not at all where it was supposed to be, and especially with the fastball when you miss location that badly. It's hard to catch as a catcher. But that'll score a run here for the Leathernecks.
What do you expect?
6-1.
We expect the guy almost got his head taken off. You know, his pulse is going a little bit faster. He's going to put a little oomph on that.
And it is officially scored as a pass ball, so what do we know?
Yeah, that's why we're up here.
It's grounded to third base and just going to get past that jumping arms of Cromer. That'll be a single there for Severs.
You know, a run has come across. You have a single there, but, you know, still not in trouble is Boss. 41 pitches now. You're in the 4th. You're 2 outs in the 4th here at 41 pitches. 42, I should say, after that at bat. 43 as another one just came in. Keeping up with our stats here, but 43 pitches. I mean, you're 3 2/3 through this at 43 pitches. You're still sitting good.
Oh, absolutely. Just got to find a way to get out of it here now.
And that's not going to do it.
Thrown in the dirt. That'll allow Severs to advance to second. That one will definitely go as a wild pitch.
Yeah, spike that one for sure. And good job here by Glenn, seeing your move, getting out there and talking to his pitcher, calming him down a little bit. I mean, you just had a rocket coming right at your head, and then you have giving up a single, a few crazy pitches. Just get him a talk, and now going out there, pitching coach is going to give him a talk as well.
Yeah, Dan Martini also going to take a visit. Just keep him calm. He's in fine position right now.
So for those of you keeping track at home, this will count as a mound visit. I know this is a big thing out there, you know, those bingo cards and all that.
Yep.
Keep track of those mound visits.
Home plate umpire Troy Hodak took a stroll out there to have him speed things along, and as we get ready to continue things here in the top of the fourth. 2 outs with a runner on second right now. Sam Maddox batting.
Maddox 286 on the season.
That ball grounded just past the diving arms of Shaden Kubo. That'll score Severs on the single there to right field by Maddox. Unfortunate there for Kubo. He was covering second base, holding Severs on, and unable to get all the way back to make that play.
Yeah, just one of those things that in the game, great piece of hitting. You have to give credit to Maddox there. He knew that Kubo was holding on the runner. There's a big hole over there on the right side, and he hit it right where he needed to.
Yeah, and Kubo did do a great job of getting back over. He made that play a lot closer than I thought it would be.
Yeah, he definitely did, but RBI single there. 2 runs across in the fourth. This is what we were talking about. These Leathernecks, they do not stop, and this is a 2-out rally.
And he took off for the steal on the ground ball there, and he will advance to third. Great placement there again by Bottolato.
Kubo laid out for that one, and he's up, but he's looking a little shaky. Tough guy, though, out there.
Yeah, that's 2 pretty much back-to-back plays that he's had to lay out on that.
Yeah, putting the body out on the line there. Bit of a situation here now for Riley Bost.
Yeah, he needs to find a way to get out of this and limit the damage done here. Top of the lineup now with number 18, Corey Olson, coming back up to bat.
Olson 0 for 1 today. 353 on the season, though.
That ball's line fouled down the third base side. Stays out of play, though.
Josh Glenn just took a tumble. Man, he gotten hit by the bat at the end of the swing there. He went down.
Yeah, I was unable to see what happened there.
I had just missed it as well. But if I were to guess, I mean, I'm not sure what else it would be.
He's blinking quite a bit, too. I'm wondering if, like, something got in his eyes, but
we know that's a tough son of a gun back there.
Yeah, and looks like he had a laugh there with his trainer. He's going to stay in the game here.
I mean, we've seen him take a beating behind the plate, at the plate, running the bases, at first base. I mean, he stays in the game. I mean, he has not missed an inning.
Yeah, he finds a way to take a beating.
Yeah, finds a way. There you go.
Not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but he also always finds a way to stay in the game.
We'll leave it up to your interpretation.
0-1 count here on Olson. Pickoff move to first. Throwing a little bit in the dirt. Good play there by Fisher to keep that one in front of him.
Boss has a great pickoff move. I mean, he is
that
quick.
He does. Thrown in the dirt.
Great stop.
Yeah, absolutely. That'll allow Bottolato to advance to second.
I mean, that was a run-saving stop right there, and that's why you have a brick wall back there like Glenn. As I said earlier, he is the only senior. He's one of 3 seniors that play as a position player. There's a few out there that are pitchers, but the only regular starter out there for UNC who is a senior. very young team. We talked about it yesterday. This team is very young in UNC. On the other side, very veteran group in Western Illinois.
That ball thrown in the dirt as well, and that will go as a pass ball. And this is likely going to score 2 here. Glenn fires it back to home, and that will score 2. Real unfortunate there for the Bears. Bases clearing pass ball.
Yeah, that one took a crazy kick off of Glenn. I'm pretty sure it came off of Glenn.
It did come off of Glenn, and he was scooting to the right to make the blocking.
And you just saw him. I mean, he definitely came off of him. He was walking back to his position, stopped for a second, put his hands on his knees, and definitely off of him. But yeah, that took a crazy bounce, went over there near the on-deck circle for the visiting Leathernecks, and I mean, there's just nothing you can do on that. Running over there to try to get it, pitcher covering home plate.
Yeah, they are calling that one a pass ball. I thought that would have gone as a wild pitch, but because it was way outside in the dirt, but it is going to go as a pass ball on Glenn.
Nice pitch to come back there, right on the inside corner, just painting it. Glenn looks like he's still having some trouble with something in his eyes or something.
Yeah, I think he's definitely shaken up a bit. I'm sure the coaching and training staff will take a look at him when they get back to the dugout, hopefully soon here. That pitch thrown over the head of Olson brings the count full to 3-2. 2 outs here in the top of the 4th inning. 4 runs come across. The score is now 6-4.
Only one of those runs is earned for Boston.
Yeah, that's tough. Grounded down the third base side, but foul and out of play.
We got full count now, 2 outs, payoff pitch. I mean, you can get out of it right here. Of course, 2 outs, you're always 1 pitch from getting out of it, but.
That's lined foul again down the third base line. Olson right now on top of these pitches from Boast.
Yeah, and he's
Bost.
working this pitch count for sure. We talked about the pitch count looking good for Bost coming into the inning. And, again, I think they must hear our feed over there in the dugout. They heard us talking about it, and they said,
Yep.
well, we'll do something about that. And then, you see at-bats like what Olson has going on right here, just fouling it off, staying in there, working the count.
That ball swung on and hit about a mile, but wrong direction, fouling out of play towards the third base side. Looked like it was hunting some cars.
I was going to say there was a line of cars at the stop sign right there at the corner, and it was headed right for them. I think if I lived in this area, I'd have the schedule on my fridge and know to just
park somewhere
avoid
else.
It. Yeah.
And that ball is going to hit Olson there.
I'm not sure if that hit him or went behind him. I mean, the umpire put his hands up like it hit him. But
yeah, I thought that it hit him, but either way, hit him, went behind him, ball 4.
Irrelevant at this point.
He's on first base.
He's on first base, yeah.
And we're going to get another mound visit here from pitching coach Martini.
And actually, we see
head coach get a pitching change.
Iwasaki talking to the umpires. So we're going to have a pitching change.
Yeah, and we will give you more information on that when we come back. We'll take a quick 2-minute break here.
When you're ready to take the next step, develop skills for a new career, or become licensed in your field, join a community committed to your success. Choose from more than 100 graduate programs. Work side by side with mentoring faculty who share their research and experience so that you're ready to step up. On campus, off campus, and online. The Graduate School at the University of Northern Colorado.
Like sweet morning dew, oh, one look at you, and it was plain to see that you were my destiny. I will go where you lead, I'll be right there in a time of need, and when I lose my way, you'll be right there to push me up that hill. And no looking back, you're all I need, baby, to get by.
As a first-generation student, I didn't even know if I was going to come to college in the first place. When I talked to my parents about it, I was like, I'm going to go to college. Diversity and inclusion here on campus is very strong. The cultural centers were very welcoming, and they were the ones to really push me and be like, go get involved. UNC gave me the confidence, the self-advocacy, the motivation to do bigger things and reach and have bigger dreams.
We are back here at Jackson Field. 4 runs come across here in the top half of the 4th inning. Still not out of it yet are the Bears. Have 2 outs right now with a runner on first, and it was just hit by a pitch. Pitching now for the Bears is number 35, Dylan Day. On the season right now, his ERA is sitting a little higher than you would want at 13.5. 13 and a third innings pitched.
Yeah, we saw Dylan Day come in yesterday. He pitched 1.2 innings, gave up 2 hits, 2 runs, both of them earned, 2 strikeouts as well. Gave up a double and a home run, and opponents hit .333 against him. So this team's already seen Dylan Day.
That first pitch fouled off, out of play right behind us. Yeah, Day looking to end the trouble here in the top of the 4th. Preserve this lead for the Bears.
All this damage has come with 2 outs, and we talked about how the Leathernecks need to get out of an inning with 2 outs, but now it's the Bears needing to get out of the inning. Now Santarelli, he went deep yesterday, and I'm not sure. I can't remember exactly. He might have gone deep off of Dylan Day.
I think that you're right on that.
Time call, but not given.
Yeah, it was interesting there.
Yeah, Santarelli called time, but the home plate umpire, Troy Hoddick, said, "Oh, no, I'm not going to give it to you, bud. It's up to the umpire."
That pitch is in there for a ball. 1-1 the count now. Yeah, I was just looking back. Santarelli's home run came off of Jack Tuttle right before Dylan Day came in.
Yeah, we saw a few pitchers yesterday trying to keep them all track. I mean, it was such a barrage of offense.
Game.
Yeah, it's tough to keep track. But, hey, Santarelli did get a home run yesterday, and he made a difference on the base paths and everything. Had a heck of a day.
Yes, and Day did give up a home run in his first at-bat pitching to Jack Severs.
Santarelli, 240 on the season, 1 home run, mentioned that, came yesterday, 4 RBIs for him, 1 for 2 today.
2-1 count. That ball fouled off right at us.
It's not like there's 3 layers of protection in front of me. That got me.
Yeah, that one got you.
That one got me.
And it was directly at you.
Goodness gracious.
That's fair.
Glad we're in a booth by ourselves.
Yep.
Nobody else saw that one.
I did, though. I'm not going to let you live that one down. That ball's poked into right field. King trying to get under it. And he will make the diving catch. Yes.
Wow.
What a play there by King.
Wow.
Took us a minute on the call because we couldn't tell what happened, and neither could the umpires. No one on the field knew. The base runners were still going, but
body on the line for King
great
out there.
Diving catch by King there to end the trouble here, because that would have easily scored a run. Score still 6-4 for the Bears. Weird. That is it for the top of the 4th. We will be back in a minute.
Imagine yourself on a college campus. Make it a Division I university. Add the very best professors and some of the top-ranked residence halls in Colorado. Now think about your dream career, that thing you've wanted to do your whole life. Imagine learning it and doing it right here. You've just imagined yourself at the University of Northern Colorado. Apply today at unco.edu.
We're here for the ones with big hearts, the ones with big calluses, the ones who go the distance, the ones holding down the fort, the weekend warriors, the crafty ones, these crafty ones too, and the ones just being themselves. Here's to the ones who define the Colorado spirit. We're proud to be the community bank that helps them live that way, because we're not just a bank in Colorado. We're Bank of Colorado. There's only one.
We are back here at Jackson Field in Greeley, Colorado. Bears still lead this thing 6-4, but the Leathernecks were able to match the 4 runs that the Bears put up in the bottom of the 3rd with 4 of their own in the top half of the 4th here.
Yeah, we mentioned it when the Bears were up 6-0. Never count this Leatherneck team out. We have seen them fight and fight and fight throughout this entire series, and we're seeing it again today.
Yeah, and they showed us exactly why. All of the damage done too with 2 outs.
Yeah, it was a quick 2 outs for Boss in the last half, but yeah, a lot of 2-out rallies there.
Yeah, Boss looked like he was rolling and going to be able to go deep into this one, and that next thing you know, we had to bring in a relief pitcher.
Yeah, so we're going to start it off with Chase Cromer, Cameron Cromer, and Hayden Hines at the bottom of the 4th.
1-0 count right now. That ball missed low, brings the count to 2-0. Chase Cromer on the series 4 for 9 so far.
Yeah, Cromer number 2 is 0 for 1 today. Strike against him there. 250 on the year, though. 1 home run and an RBI. We saw his home run. It was in this series this weekend. Poked it out over the left center field wall.
Yeah, I mean, he was off to a much slower start, but this series he's been able to turn that around now. Brings his season average up to 261.
Yeah, he was definitely having a rough start to the season, but we talked about it yesterday. We haven't mentioned it today, but pretty much the first almost month of the season for UNC, they're out on the road. They're out on the West Coast with these series, and
as that ball's lined into center field. And great diving catch there by Dylan Sears.
Anything you can do, I can do better. That's what they're saying.
Back-to-back diving plays by the outfield. 1 for us and Jake King, and now 1 for them with Sears.
Beautiful play. As I was saying, real quick to finish up this thought, yeah, it's pretty much the entire first month of the season for UNC. They're out on the road because the weather up here in northern Colorado, not great baseball weather. A lot of snow, really cold, windy. So they're out on the West Coast playing over there, and they finally come back in there. We've seen a change in these guys since they've been here at home.
Yeah, absolutely. They've been playing great baseball. Being able to get back home. A little change of scenery.
Yeah, friendly confines.
And just getting more comfortable with playing.
Oh, yeah. As we said, this is a young squad. They haven't been together long, and when you're practicing inside of a gym or on baseball or on football turf, you're not really on a you can't really get things going like you'd like to. As Cromer trying to appeal, saying that he got hit on the elbow guard there.
Gonna have to sell that one a little bit better if you're trying to go for that.
Yeah.
That ball thrown about a foot in front of the home plate. 2-1 now the count.
Cromer number 1, Cameron Cromer. He's hitting .267 on the season with 4 RBIs. He's come around to score 6 times. When either of these Cromers get on base, they're just so dangerous.
Yeah, big speed threats. That ball's lined right past the first base coach.
Come on, coach, earn your money down there. Those hands up.
Yeah, no, didn't even try to make a play on it. Not that I'm saying I would either.
I'd have been
at first base with no glove.
I'd be diving the other way.
Because that ball was hit on a rope right at him. Counts even at 2-2. Low and away. Counts now full.
Looks like we have at least some tossing going on in the bullpen for the Leathernecks.
Yeah, people just kind of starting to get warm. That ball grounded down the first base side, but foul. Good at pat cone here right now by Cameron Cromer.
Yeah, Raymond came into this at bat with 54 pitches. Fouling him off.
The ball's grounded to the second baseman. Able to fire it over to first for the second out of the inning. Good play there by Santarelli.
Santarelli, he is a sound defensive player out there at second base. We've seen he's seen a lot of action out there during this series, and he's done a really great job. Just very clean, mechanically and everything. Just a good defender out there.
He has, and one of the easier plays that
that's definitely one of the easier plays he's had this series.
Got what we used to call a birthday hop.
Yep. Yeah, he had a tough one yesterday. As that one comes in there for a strike. Yeah, he had a tough one yesterday that bounced right there at that where the grass meets the dirt. And it was a screaming ground ball. It somehow jumped 3 feet over his head. That was the weirdest hop I'd ever seen.
Hayden Hines with a ground ball to third base. Olsen fires it over to first for the out. 3 up, 3 down inning there for the Leathernecks. We will be back here for the top of the 5th in a minute.
Bottom of the 4th inning, no runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on base. At the end of 4, UNC.
back here for the 5th inning. Still out there on the mound, Dylan Day for UNC. Only need 5 pitches to get out of the last inning. He was able to mend the wound that opened up a 4-run inning in that 4th, making it a 6-4 ball game. UNC still with a 2-run lead.
Looks like we do have a change here defensively for the Bears. Catcher. Can't quite see the number yet, but I can tell you that it's not Josh Glenn.
It is not Josh Glenn. Of course, with that catching equipment, it is tough to tell who it is out there, but
yeah, I'm trying to look at the number to see. It's a single-digit number, but
we do know that much. We'll get that for you in just a moment, but yeah, there was some concern, obviously, we saw with Josh Glenn in that last inning. He took a few shots, and not sure obviously what's wrong. We hope for the best for him, of course, but we'll just have to keep an eye on his situation, make sure that he's all right. Swung on a miss. I believe that might be Leahy out there. We saw him do some catching in the doubleheader last weekend. Could be that number 3 hiding under his equipment, but
that's what I was wondering.
We'll get you confirmation on that as soon as we can.
Well, we will know in the bottom half of the next day.
We will know.
For sure, because he will have to come up to bat.
Yeah, you betcha.
We also have a change at first base, it looks like.
We do. We have a few defensive changes here. We'll get you those as soon as we can. And if we have a change,
you know what I'm betting?
I believe
I think
that's
Garrett Fisher is catching.
Fisher is going to be catching, and it looks like we have a change at first.
Yes, Caden Wagner now playing first base.
And that would make sense. This is why we thought that. But hey, a nice start to the inning here for Day as he gets a strikeout. To start this one off, Dylan Sears goes down. And we were correct there. Good call on that one there, Matt. Fisher is now behind the plate, and Wagner is going to be at first base. So Sears goes down on strikeout. That brings up Nick Mitchell. First pitch fouled back. Quick update for you, for all you basketball fans out there. At halftime, UNC leading Florida Atlantic 32-30. Keep you updated with that one as we go along. 0-1 count, 1 out here in the top of the 5th. Swing and a miss right through it. Mitchell 0 for 1 today with a walk. 347. We talked about his batting average of this season. And I mean, it's just incredible for him. 10 RBIs. 0-2 count to him, though. Let's see what Day can do. Sends it in there, and this one fouled off. Cromer giving it a look down the left field line, but that's into the bullpen. So again, Caden Wagner is your new 3-hole hitter, playing first base, and if you missed it, Garrett Fisher just moving from first base to catcher. He'll stay in the 5-hole.
And obviously we're hoping
Glenn is all right. Yeah, exactly. This one flown out, an easy catch by Hines, so make it 2 outs. Now don't count your chickens here because the 2-out rally was huge last inning for the Leathernecks. 4 runs, all coming with 2 outs in the inning.
Yeah, I think you just tell yourself you only have 1 out.
It might work for him, It's been an issue for both of these squads, though. We talked about it in our little pregame segment. Just getting out of the inning, these 2-out rallies have been killing it. I mean, Leathernecks had a huge problem with it yesterday, but it's not to say the Bears didn't either, though. Just you don't look at it as much because the Bears did come out on top yesterday. This one sent into very shallow, not even center field, just almost hopped on top of second base, but a beautiful play there by Cameron Cromer. He's able to recover and get the 3rd out of the inning. 3 up, 3 down. A beautiful defensive play there to get us to the bottom of the 5th. We'll have that for you coming up right after this.
We're in the middle of the 5th.
When you're ready to take the next step, develop skills for a new career, or become licensed in your field. Join a community committed to your success. Choose from more than 100 graduate programs. Work side by side with mentoring faculty who share their research and experience so that you're ready to step up. On campus, off campus, and online. The Graduate School at the University of Northern Colorado.
Well, folks, it's only 8 a.m. and it's going to be another hot one. Today's high is 85 degrees with lows ranging in the upper 50s. Tomorrow's more of the same, plus some light wind coming in from the northeast. Coming up at 8:30, Paul's got an exclusive
Babe,
heartwarming
it's
story.
8 a.m.
Fried chicken, better with Pepsi.
Back here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Starting at the top of the order, Jake King, Shaden Kubo, and then Caden Wagner is going to see his first at-bat of today's action. Still out there on the mound is Brian Raymond. 63 pitches up to this point for the lefty. His line so far reads 5 hits, 6 runs, all of them earned, 1 walk and a strikeout. Excuse me. Jake King going to step up. He is 0 for 1 with a walk. Again, Jake King, Shaden Kubo, Caden Wagner. Set to hit here in the bottom of the 5th as we get it started with a breaking ball, top of the zone for a strike to King. You know, Brian Raymond, he had a pretty tough first 3 innings, especially that third. But he really had a great one last time out. He's going to look to replicate that here in the 5th.
Yeah, absolutely. That 4th inning was great, especially after his team's put 4 runs on the board for him. Able to come out here and shut out the Bears 3 up, 3 down.
I mean, that'll do it to a pitcher. You know, you have your offense go off like that. That just gives you a little extra juice, too.
Exactly. He's right back in this game now.
Not sure what our home plate umpire there was pointing at. Didn't know
It looks like there's a fence open there down the right field line by the bullpen. Having them go close that.
As this one is sent right up the middle into shallow center for a leadoff single for King.
And extends the hitting streak to 11 games now.
Hey, there you go, 11 games. I mean, hey, that is, you know, when you have an 11-game hitting streak, you're feeling great up there. You're feeling invincible. Your food's tasting better. Your bed is softer. I mean, you're feeling good.
Life is just better.
Looks like we might have a pitching change here, as the head coach is making his way out to the mound, and Brian Raymond turns around, doesn't even want to look at his coach. Turns around to face him now, and we're going to have a little conference. They do have some action out there in the bullpen. I do believe this will be a pitching change. You see Pasco talking to his infielders and everything. We are going to have a pitching change, so we're going to take a quick break. We'll have that new pitcher coming back right after this.
It's within us to want to explore, discover, connect, succeed. And if we start in a place that welcomes, encourages, inspires, we'll find community and new ways to make the world better. Explore more at the University of Northern Colorado.
Rule the playground.
UNC's prepared me for leadership roles by pushing me out of my comfort zone. My coaches and my professors wanted to hear about my passions, my goals, what my family meant to me, what my mom in particular means to me. And I think that was the most impactful thing to me. And it made me feel like I was going to a place that would see me more than a student. They want you to be the best you can be. I'm on the leadership council here, and I've started every game. If you believe in yourself and you keep pushing yourself, you're going to shock yourself with the things that you can achieve.
New pitcher in for Western Illinois, Kyle Rosenfeld. On the season, 6 innings pitched. He's given up 12 hits. He has 8 strikeouts. ERA a little higher than he'd like at 16.50. We did see him yesterday. Doesn't really have any official stats, though. Excuse me, as he was out there on the mound for the end of the game. Let's just say that. The walk-off came off of him, but it wasn't a hit because it was a fielder's choice. So
yes.
No line, actually, for him yesterday. Never really existed, right? So
yeah, he had 0 innings pitched, 0 hits, 0 earned runs, 0 walks, 0 strikeouts, 0 walks.
It was a bullpen session for him.
Yes. 1 batter faced.
There you go.
That is his stat.
Yeah, there you go. One batter faced. He got that stat.
With only 4 pitches.
Yeah, not bad. Well, depending on who you ask. He comes from the left side, left-handed delivery, kind of that 3/4 arm slot. We'll get to see what he has today. We didn't really get a good look at him yesterday, obviously, so we'll see what he has today.
Second baseman, number 5, Shaden Kubo.
He'll be greeted by Shaden Kubo. No outs with a man on first. Excuse me. Rosenfeld, he's a big guy out there, 6'4", 185, coming off the mound, coming right at you. Redshirt sophomore out of Huntley, Illinois.
We have a pass ball that'll allow King to advance there.
Thanks for picking me up on that one, pal. Had my head down on my computer. Yes, now we have King in scoring position, and not exactly how you want to start your outing if you are Rosenfeld.
Pass balls and wild pitches seems to be very prevalent here today.
Yeah, they have. We've had a few of them here. 1-0 pitch. That one looked good in there for a strike. So still a 6-4 ball game here. Bottom of the 5th. 1-1 count to Shaden Kubo, who has just been on a tear this series. You know, his food's tasting better. His bed's more comfortable as well. He's feeling great out there. But King's still out there with speed on second in scoring position. Corners are in on the infield. Strike there. Make it 1-2. And that'll move the infielders back a little bit, at least the first baseman.
Yeah, Kubo in his last at bat laid down that perfect bunt for a hit with runners on first and second.
Absolutely gorgeous bunt. 1-2 count. Duck on the pond out there, second base. Kubo makes contact. That one's going to be fouled down the right field line. Yeah, as you said, Kubo 2 for 2 today. His average is now up at 300 on the season. He'd like to keep it there. Long look in here from Rosenfeld. Gets his sign. He's set. Checks his runner at second. And delivers. This one is grounded to the second baseman. Fielded cleanly and on to first base for an out. And again, you just saw how clean that was for Santarelli.
Yep. Did advance the runner from King to third.
Yeah, runner definitely advanced there. And now the infield, all the infield will be in.
Trying to keep this a 2-run game here.
As we have our first at-bat for the big man, Caden Wagner. Wagner stepping in there, 6'5", 230 pounds. Sophomore out of Parker, Colorado. Penn State transfer. Coming out of high school, he was one of the more coveted recruits, you could say.
Yep.
Especially in the state of Colorado, transferring back a little closer to home.
Yeah, no, after leaving Penn State, this Bears team was happy to bring him in.
He is a power hitter for sure. He has got some serious pop. He's won a few home run derbies in his day. He was 2-time first-team All-State here in Colorado. 2019 Colorado Player of the Year. Swings and misses through that one, and he goes down on 3 pitches for the second out of this inning.
Left fielder, number 24, Muller.
Cade Muller going to step into the box now. He is 0 for 2 with a strikeout today. First pitch to Moeller is fouled off down the right field line and make it 0-1 here. 2 outs. Swung on into right field, drifting, getting under it, and making the play out there to end the inning was Sam Maddox. So runner out there got to third, but stranding him there was the Bears. So it'll be 6-4 after 5.5. We'll be back with the bottom half of the 6th inning coming up after this.
I think that UNC has given me the tools to make an impact on my community. My major here at UNC is political science.
I am very excited that I've been able to be a part of Student Senate, and I can't imagine my life without that impact and making those changes. I got so much more out of this experience than just a degree. I will be leaving here a better person, a more engaged person, more educated person, someone who's more caring for others.
Like a sweet morning dew, oh, one look at you, and it was plain to see that you were my destiny. I will go where you lead, I'll be right there in a time of need, and when I lose my way, you'll be right there to push me up that hill. There's no looking back, or you're all I need, baby, baby, to get by.
Starting a new inning here. It'll be the top of the 6th. I misspoke there. My mistake coming out of that last one. It's the top of the 6th inning. And it is a 6-4 ball game here in Greeley.
Leading things off for the Leathernecks is going to be number 25, Adam Duran. 0 for 2 so far today. He had a sharp line drive to Kubo at second base in his last at-bat.
It'll be Duran, Severs, and Maddox to get us started here in the 6th. Hey, Dylan Day's still out there, 15 pitches.
Duran threatened to lay down a bunt. He'll pull that one back, though. Pitch was in there high for a ball. That ball is flied up, looks like to the first baseman, Wagner. Yep, and he will settle under that for the first out of the inning. 2 pitches, 1 out. Not quite as efficient as the 1 pitch, 1 out that he got to start the last inning, but
I'm sure he'll be hearing about that one. Yeah, I mean, 17 pitches, and he's 1 2/3 through his outing. The only thing he has on the stat line is 1 strikeout.
Gotta love that, though. That pitch just missed high as well for a ball. Jack Severs now batting. He singled in Kimmeran to score in his last at-bat. That pitch high as well. 2-0 the count.
Severs on the year hitting .255. 1 home run, 10 RBIs.
That pitch just missed high. Counts now 3-0
Yeah,
on Severs.
That's a tough one. That's a tough one if you're Dylan Day out there.
That pitch is in there for a strike, brings the count to 3-1.
Yeah, he was going to make no doubt about that one.
And no argument on that last pitch either from either Day or Fisher, so they both must have agreed with the call. Swung through for a strike, brings the count to full now at 3-2.
Yeah, you fall behind 3-0. Good for Day to come back and make it competitive.
Yeah, great job battling back.
Nice pitch on the outside corner and then gets Severs to swing through one, almost the same spot, full count.
That pitch just missed high as well, so that'll be a walk there for Severs.
Yeah, tough one for Severs there. That was definitely a ball high, but it was also in that area where you're like, oh, man, if he would have swung at that.
Yep.
But now you have the opportunity to possibly roll up an inning-ending double play.
That was a bit of a tongue twister there.
Oh, I'll get it one of these days.
Sam Maddox now batting. Great pickoff move there by Day. In a pickle, Cromer fires it back to Fisher, who will throw the tag down for the second out of the inning. That's the third runner that we've seen Day pick off so far in this series. 2 yesterday, 1 today.
He's got one heck of a move. I mean, it's just so fast. And the thing is, he's got a good move, but he also catches these runners leaning. Yeah, I don't know if that's information being relayed from the dugout to the catcher and then on to the pitcher or what. But, I mean, he's really timing these perfectly.
Yeah, absolutely. He picked off Maddox twice yesterday and now Severs today.
Well, there goes my double play theory.
I think that they're all fine with that, though.
Okay, all right. Ooh, tough one there.
Framed by Fisher, unable to get the call, brings the count to 2-0.
Yeah, great job behind the plate by Fisher there to try to frame that one up.
Hitter's count here for Maddox. Swung on and fouled off, out of play down the first base line.
Yeah, if I'm up there as Sam Maddox right now, I might have taken another pitch there. We haven't seen Dylan Day be all that in control in this inning, and you're ahead in the count 2-0. Maybe take another pitch there, see what he's got.
Yep.
Because I don't believe that one would have been a strike called.
No, it looked like it was just a little bit outside. That ball's grounded to the second baseman, Kubo, who will throw it over to first for the third out of the inning. 3 up, 3 down inning there for the Bears. We'll be back for the bottom of the 6th here in a minute.
For the Leathernecks in the top of the 6th inning, no runs, no hits.
Coming to UNC, one thing that I really wanted to engage in was different leadership roles for professional and personal development. I'm currently the Director of Finance for our Student Senate. I am also in Beta Alpha Psi in the President's Leadership Program. Having all of these different opportunities across campus, I think is really going to be helpful when I go into my career and into real-world situations, and also has been super empowering.
We're here for the ones with big hearts, the ones with big calluses, the ones who go the distance, the ones holding down the fort, the weekend warriors, the crafty ones, these crafty ones too, and the ones just being themselves. Here's to the ones who define the Colorado spirit. We're proud to be the community bank that helps them live that way, because we're not just a bank in Colorado. We're Bank of Colorado. There's only one.
We are back here at Jackson Field for the bottom half of the 6th inning. Kyle Rosenfeld still out there. Only took 10 pitches to get through that last inning. Came in with a runner on first, and Jake King, who let things off with a single off of Raymond. But
yeah,
good job by Rosenfeld, able to get out of it.
Yeah, able to strand King at third. King was able to make his way around, but stranded him at third. So nothing doing. We haven't had a run in 2 innings.
I know, what's going on? That's not like these two teams.
Not like these 2 teams at all. We're getting bored up here.
I want something exciting to call. Leading things off for the Bears in this bottom of the 6th is number 8, Garrett Fisher. Started at first base, moved over to catcher with Glenn leaving the game. In his last at bat, he laid down a suicide squeeze.
You don't see many of those these days.
No, not something that, especially not out of your 5-hole hitter, not something that's typical to see.
Yeah, that's very old school baseball.
But he did a great job of just putting that butt down, get it in play.
Yeah.
That's really all you have to do. Like, don't have to do anything fancy with it, just get it in play right back to the pitcher, and Glenn was able to score on it. Counts now 2-0 on Fisher.
Rosenfeld, as we said, 1 inning. Last time out, took him 10 pitches. Nothing on his line but a strikeout.
That ball in there on the outside corner. 2-1 now the count. Fisher taking his time here, and he'll step back into the batter's box as Rosenfeld gets the sign. Swung and fouled out of play down the first base side. Counts even now at 2-2.
Yeah, just fighting that one off. Waiting to find. I mean, that was too close to take. Fighting it off and lives to see another pitch.
Here's the 2-2 pitch. That ball is high. Brings the count to full at 3-2.
You know, not a bad place to throw that up, that fastball, though, for Rosenfeld. We talked about it yesterday. That high fastball is so hard to lay off, but it's also so hard to hit.
Yeah, and I think that one was just a little bit higher than he probably would have wanted. Off-speed pitch, little high there. Great eye by Fisher, able to hold off of that one, and he will take the leadoff walk.
Yeah, great eye there. The Leatherneck faithful and dugout did not like that when they thought that one dropped in. But he was able to lay off a good eye there, and that brings up Craig Kenny.
And I can understand why they thought that one would just dropped in.
Yeah, it definitely looked good.
That ball high and outside. We've mentioned this before, but Craig Kenny out there, no batting gloves.
Yep.
Just not something that you will typically see out of almost any hitters anymore.
Yeah, very rare to see.
Old school style. Ooh, that pitch looked like it was inside, called to strike by Kenny, and he did not show his surprise with that one. Look back at the home plate umpire asking him.
And we saw just now Kenny getting a word from his third base coach. And he looked down at his belt, and on their belt they have these. Most of the players you'll see have that card down there, hanging there, just like you'll see a quarterback have on their wrist in football. It just has some plays for them and helps them out with their defensive positioning, but also has some cues for them for hitting as well, just so you don't have to go through as many signs.
That ball's flied into right field. Maddox is able to settle under that one for the first out of the inning. Fisher will have to stay at first.
But really quick, following up that thought and just finishing it up here, you know, we used to see growing up, you see the, 30 seconds of, going chest and touching your shoulder and elbow, all these signs going crazy. And basically those cards prevent that for going on for as long.
Yeah,
it's just a quick look down. You see Cromer doing it there.
Yeah, and you can see third base coach Pat Jolly with a little just booklet there. Make sure that he's giving them the right number to look at. And that ball low and in the dirt for a ball. I know a lot of people don't like the little wristbands that they have on the belt just because it's not traditional for baseball, but I think in the long run it does end up speeding things up a little bit.
Yeah, and right there you saw Fisher. He has his in his back pocket. He was checking it there.
Yep.
It's just where baseball is moving forward, as is all the sports. And we know that there's been something with baseball. People think that baseball needs to move forward. Make the game fun and let the kids play. We've seen all that, and it's just another way that it's moving forward. Quick note: Fisher over there on first. He is 3 for 3 on the season, stolen bases.
That pitch is in there for a strike as well. Counts even now at 1-1.
It's like our home plate umpire Troy Hoddick is. He goes a little bit to the inside, or to his, we should say, to his left.
Yes.
So that side is getting a little bit more generous for pitchers.
It's the third pickoff move of this at bat.
Maybe they might have heard my stat about him being 3 for 3.
I'm sure they didn't. Fisher really doesn't have much of a lead right now either, so I wouldn't expect him to take off. That pitch called to strike as well on Cromer.
Yeah, good looking pitch there.
He wasn't happy with that one. Here's the 1-2 pitch on Chase Cromer. Outside for a ball with the back pick to first. Fisher diving back in safe.
Hey, a nice throw on that back pick from Adam Duran, though. I mean, that looked pretty good. You have to keep an eye on that throughout this one. I'm not going to be as comfortable out there if I'm on first base.
No, he just popped up and fired that one back.
A la Yadier Molina.
Cromer bloops that one foul just past the first baseman there in Allred.
I mean, he was close to that one. one more step, and that would have been one heck of a play.
Absolutely. And Cromer thankful that one was able to drop in there for just a foul ball. No harm done. Count stays even at 2-2. Swung's grounded right through the middle of the infield. Fisher will advance to second. Took a wide round around second base, but he will stay there. Wise move there by him. Good piece of hitting there by Chase Cromer.
Yeah, just stayed alive. Stayed alive. You know, he's a good contact hitter, good bat-to-ball skills, and you can see it there, fouling off a bunch of pitches he wasn't so fond of and finding one that he liked and sending it right back where it came from, right over that pitcher's mound for a single.
And now batting for the Bears, number 1, Cameron Cromer.
Cromer, number 1.
Runners on first and second.
Cromer, number 1, is 0 for 2 today, sitting in the left-handed batter's box.
That pitch swung on, hit to the second baseman, it looks like, yep. Just a fly out to second for Cromer.
Yeah, Santarelli didn't really have to move much for that one.
Yeah, empty at bat there for him.
Center fielder, number 19,
Yeah, I lost where that ball was hit.
The only way I knew was I saw Santarelli start waving his arms and, oh, okay, he's calling it. He's got this. Yeah, that one went straight up. We couldn't catch it after it went above our sight line here.
Hayden Hines now batting for the Bears, 1 for 2 on the day so far. That ball's hit, grounded to the shortstop Bottletto, who will fire it over to second baseman for the third out of the inning. No runs come across in the bottom half of the sixth. We will be back here in a minute.
Discover a community of learners, where immersive programs, tailored to fit your goals and interests, meet you where you are. Flexible, affordable, online, and face-to-face. Explore more at the University of Northern Colorado Extended Campus.
Back here in the 7th inning, we're getting ready for it from the Jack Jackson Field. Still out there on the mound for UNC is Dylan Day, 28 pitches into his outing. All he's given up is a walk, and he has a strikeout on his line as well. Had a few quick innings there. We haven't had a run in 2.5 innings, which, as we said earlier, that's kind of odd for these two squads. We saw a barrage of runs yesterday, make it a 14-13 game that went all the way to the bottom of the 9th, a walk-off for UNC. First few innings in this one obviously had a bunch of runs as well, as we remain at 6-4 UNC with a 2-run lead. Bottletto going to lead it off for Western Illinois, and then it's going to flip over to Corey Olson, followed by Matt Santarelli. Bottletto 1 for 2 today. First pitch from Day on the outside corner, called a ball. 1-0 delivery, swung on and fouled back by Bottletto. Bottletto, another one of those guys in the 9-hole, similar to Hayden Hines, who he's a good hitter to turn over your lineup as he swings and fouls that one. He's hitting .312, came into the day hitting .306, but he has been starting 17 games played, 16 starts, 62 at-bats, so in the 9-hole, a guy you like to have out there.
Yeah, both of these teams kind of have a similar philosophy with that 9-hole batter. It's an extra leadoff guy is a way to look at it.
As Bottletto sends this one down into his bullpen, and almost took one of his guys out down there, getting out of the way. Luckily, there's a net put up for him.
Yeah, both of these teams utilizing a high average batter. someone who gets on base a lot in the 9-hole.
1-2 count. Day the delivery. Looked good, was good, and that's the first out of the inning. Second strikeout of the day for Dylan Day. And that one was a beauty.
Third baseman, number 18, Corey Olson.
Brings in Corey Olson, 0 for 1. First pitch up in the attic. Ball 1. That one low in the zone for a strike. So changing the eye level here of Corey Olson. I like that approach. Going north to south, not as much east to west. That one will be fouled off one of our poles here on the press box. And Kubo's going to go out now. It's actually going to be first Mason going out there. Wagner's going to go pick it up from the infield. 1-2 count. Let's see what Dylan Day has up his sleeve here for Corey Olson. It's like something with a little bit of movement popped up behind first. Kubo drifting over in pursuit and able to make that play. Long run out there for Kubo. We've seen him do that a few times, though.
Yeah, great play there by him. Always those balls that are just kind of in the middle of nowhere, being able to get to those.
So 2 quick ones here in the top of the 7th, and stepping in is going to be Matt Santorelli. He's 1 for 3 today. Squared around for a bunt, pulled it back, and that one's called a ball.
And right now, since coming in, Dylan Day has faced the minimum. He retired 9 straight batters.
He's looking good. This one is sent out into right center in pursuit and getting down back behind Hines. This one's going to get down, and now an errant throw by Hines, and that'll be a triple for Matt Santorelli.
I apologize for that one. I take full blame on that.
Got to throw a fiver over in Dylan Day's locker or something.
Center fielder, number 2.
As soon as I said it, I knew. I was like, shouldn't have said that.
So a 2-out triple. And that'll bring in Dylan Sears. I mean, that's more of the usual, though, for Matt Santorelli. He's had a terrific series so far.
Yes, he has.
So Sears steps in. He's 1 for 3. He's going to square around, and looks like they might have had a suicide squeeze on their mind there for a second, but Santorelli didn't commit fully and came back.
Yeah, I just don't know how well that would work for them right now with 2 outs.
Yeah, maybe the suicide squeeze wasn't the call there, but even swinging around for a bunt is a little peculiar with 2 outs.
Yeah, anytime with 2 outs. And
that looked good there for a strike. Sears, as I said, 1 for 3. Does have a strikeout today. It's Dylan Day. Squares and delivers. That one fouled off.
That foul ball just missed a car over there on the street.
One in motion?
No, just a parked car on the side of the street over there.
Yeah, that's their fault at that point, though.
It is. Yeah, if you're a car in motion and get hit, it's just...
That's just bad luck.
Don't drive down this street, I guess.
Yep. Day delivers again off the end of the bat.
What I was getting ready to say about Day before that triple had by Santorelli is, yeah, he's faced 9 batters already. But yeah, he came into the game yesterday too, so I've got to wonder how much longer he'll be left in this game.
Yeah, good point. I mean, he's not going crazy with the pitch count, but
yeah, he's pitching phenomenal so far.
He did have a few innings yesterday, as that was a good-looking breaking ball, just missed the outside corner. Dylan Day is up there at 6'6", 195 pounds. He's kind of like Chris Sale up there, very, very tall, but quite lanky. Doesn't have a lot of meat on the bones.
Yeah, and he is normally a starter, though, as we mentioned yesterday. This is his 6th appearance. He's had 4 starts, now 2 relief appearances. So he does have a little bit more longevity probably in his arm that he could stay out here a little bit longer.
Truth in that statement, as this one is popped up Foul territory down the left side. Cromer chasing it. Did he snag that? He did. Oh my goodness. Chase Cromer.
What a play by Cromer.
Takes that one away. My gosh, that ends the inning here. Cromer, take a bow.
Their whole defense is just looking at him like, what did you just do?
Circus catch. Look what I found, Chase Cromer. That's how we ended in the top of the 7th. We're going to take a break. We'll be back with more.
When you're ready to take the next step, develop skills for a new career, or become licensed in your field, join a community committed to your success. Choose from more than 100 graduate programs. Work side by side with mentoring faculty who share their research and experience so that you're ready to step up. On campus, off campus, and online. The Graduate School at the University of Northern Colorado.
Well, folks, it's only 8 a.m. and it's going to be another hot one. Today's high is 85 degrees with lows ranging in the upper 50s. Tomorrow's more of the same, plus some light wind coming in from the northeast. Coming up at 8:30, Paul's got an exclusive
Babe,
heartwarming
it's
story
8 a.m.
Fried chicken, better with Pepsi.
Back here at the Jackson Field. Rosenfeld's still out there for the Leathernecks. He's thrown 28 pitches in this one. He's given up 1 hit, 1 walk, and has a strikeout. Quick update for you on the UNC basketball game going on with 3:48 left in the game. UNC up by just 3, 62-59.
Yeah, close game here coming down to the end for them.
Close game. Gotta love March basketball. I love March baseball, though.
Yeah, I just love March sports.
March is a great sports month. I mean, it really is. Hockey heats up. You got baseball starting up. As King's going to turn on this one and send it into shallow center. Coming on and making the play with ease there was Dylan Sears. That was efficient. 1 pitch, 1 out. Shaden Kubo going to step in. Both these offenses have been quite quiet. I mean, the Bears haven't scored since the 3rd inning.
Yeah,
they had that
the
4-run
Leathernecks since the 4th. It's what looked like was going to be maybe another high-scoring game, and certainly still could be with these two teams. Has turned into a pitching duel.
First pitch comes into Kubo, strike. Kubo 2 for 3 today, continues his hot streak. 0-1 delivery to him. That's on the outside corner, but a ball. Good placement for that pitch, just a little bit too outside. Kubo up now. Caden Wagner on deck. That one is low and outside. Two-one delivery, swing and a miss by Kubo. Last season, Kubo started in 44 games for the Bears and played in 47. Had a .268 average last season as he sends this one down to third base, bobbled by Olsen. Kubo has speed. Olsen recovers and gets the out. Nice defensive play to stick with it down there at the hot corner, and they don't call it that for nothing.
Good hustle there by Kubo. That's something I love to see. Ground should just be normal ground out to third, but he's sprinting the whole way, making that a hard play there on Olsen.
Yeah, I mean, when you have speed on pass, and you know, that might be even why Olsen, I mean, that was a rocket, don't get me wrong,
yes,
but that might be why Olsen bobbled that, because you know you have a fast runner out there, you're gonna speed it up a little bit. As this one has hit a mile high, but back behind us by Wagner. And this is just, I want to reiterate how strong of a man this is. 6'5", 230. I mean, as I said, 2019 Colorado Player of the Year, 19 Continental League Player of the Year, 2-time All-Stater. I mean, he just had an incredible senior year of high school, the 2019 International Power Showcase finalist. I mean, that's all you need to know about his power right there.
He's a big one.
Yeah, I mean, don't let him get into one. That one breaks in for a strike, make it 1-2.
Great off-speed pitch there by Rosenfeld.
Wagner struck out his last time up. Struck out looking, I should say, as well. He wasn't too happy with it. That one comes in for a ball. Actually, did he strike out looking? I can't. Looking or swinging, one of the two.
Swinging.
Swinging. That's why I got you next to me. You keep me honest.
Someone has to.
Yeah, I know. 2-2 count, 2 outs. Delivery to Wagner, that one outside. Tried to hit that corner again. Just couldn't get it to cut as much as he wanted. Full count, 2 outs. Payoff pitch to Wagner. He gets onto this one and fouls it back again. Rosenfeld trying to get out of this inning quickly as Wagner gets into that one, sends it down to left field and foul. Just a little too early on that one.
Yeah, and that was a big swing there and didn't travel nearly as far as I thought it would have, so I think that must have hit the very inside part of his bat.
Yeah, it started getting down to where the bat starts to taper down and get narrow. You could hear it kind of from the sound of that hit. A little too early on it as well, but goodness gracious. I mean, if you're able to do that, though, with the swing and where that ball was, yeah, this guy can do it. As he sends that one deep into right field, it's going back, and it will drop. Wagner has extra bases. He's at second, and he's going to stand up there. Caden Wagner going to keep the inning alive with a double.
Wagner had a better speed, too, than you would have thought as he was rounding second.
And it looks like we're going to have a pinch runner coming in for Wagner as Coach Iwasaki came out to make that change known to the umpire.
Carson Gross coming in to do the running.
We've seen Carson Gross in every game this weekend. He started the first game, didn't have an official at-bat, walked 3 times, and then was pinch hit for. Saw him yesterday come in as a pinch hitter. And comes in as a pinch runner today. And this is the old school game of head coach Carl Iwasaki coming in here. He wants to get speed on the bases. Doesn't matter if there's 2 outs in the inning. They're only up by 2 in the 7th. He wants to get some insurance run, or an insurance run.
And I would have to assume that this is likely going to be the only time that we'll see Carson Gross is this pinch running appearance, because I don't believe that he plays first, so I think we'll see Wagner coming back out, but we will let you know.
We'll keep an eye on that first base situation. As a strike there to Cade Moeller. Oh, 1 count, 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th. This one up high. Keeping an eye on the bullpens here. There is action for the Leathernecks. Again, we cannot see the Bears bullpen, but you have to think there's somebody up down there at least getting warm. As Dylan Day pitched yesterday, and he's been pitching well today. Might not have as long a leash as usual. Moeller in there 0 for 3 today with a strikeout. 1-2 to him right now. Do have Carson Gross out there on second. This one sent into left center. It is going to drop, and here comes Gross to score. Moeller going to come in with a stand-up double. RBI double to get that insurance run across for UNC. A 7-4 ball game here in the bottom of the 7th. Beautiful piece of hitting, and it's a good job they made that change out there, putting Gross at second. I'm not entirely sure Wagner could have come around to score there. As we see the head coach for the Leathernecks making his way out to the pitcher's mound. Believe that will mean we have a pitching change coming our way. We're going to go ahead and take a quick break with this pitching change. We'll get you this new pitcher's information when we come back. We'll be right back.
As a first-generation student, I didn't even know if I was going to come to college in the first place. When I talked to my parents about it, I was like, I'm going to go to college. Diversity and inclusion here on campus is very strong. The cultural centers were very welcoming, and they were the ones to really push me and be like, go get involved. UNC gave me the confidence, the self-advocacy, the motivation to do bigger things and reach and have bigger dreams.
Rule the playground.
Imagine yourself on a college campus. Make it a Division I university. Add the very best professors and some of the top-ranked residence halls in Colorado. Now think about your dream career, that thing you've wanted to do your whole life. Imagine learning it and doing it right here. You've just imagined yourself at the University of Northern Colorado. Apply today at unco.edu.
Like sweet morning dew, oh, one look at you, and it was plain to see that you were my destiny. I will go where you lead, I'll be right there in a time of need. And when I lose my will, you'll be right there to push me up that hill. There's no looking back, or you're all I need, baby, to get by.
Back here in Greeley, we have a new pitcher out there, and, well, we're going to be honest with you. Number 32, we don't have him on our roster. So we're going to figure out with you who this fella is.
Yeah, no stats for any 32s in. Looking through the roster, also no 32. So we will keep you updated if and when we find that out. But
well, John Doe inherits a man on second with 2 outs. As stepping in is Garrett Fisher. 0 for 1 today with an RBI and a walk. And we have an answer for you on our mystery pitcher out there. Normally number 26, Caden Kratz, right-handed pitcher, junior. Throwing us for a loop. What a sneakster out there.
And he's coming into this game right now with a 4.9 ERA, whip sitting at 1.77. It's pretty good. Seven and a third innings pitched, giving up 6 runs, only 4 of those earned. 10 strikeouts, 9 walks.
Let's make that 11 strikeouts as he comes in and gets the strikeout to end the inning, as any relief pitcher would love to do. But that's the end of the 7th. 1 run comes across for UNC. 7-4 ball game, as we're going to take a break, and we will have the 8th inning coming up for you after this.
UNC Athletics would like to thank the following Chick-fil-A, Contemporary Cook, Dugout Barbecue, Empire Pizza, Fat Albert, Unigon, Kenny's Steakhouse, Udoba, Rio Grande Mexican Restaurant, Papa John's, Pellegrini, Wingstop, and One Place Coffee.
We're here for the ones with big hearts, the ones with big calluses, the ones who go the distance, the ones holding down the fort, the weekend warriors, the crafty ones, these crafty ones too, and the ones just being themselves. Here's to the ones who define the Colorado spirit. We're proud to be the community bank that helps them live that way, because we're not just a bank in Colorado, We're Bank of Colorado. There's only one.
We are back here at Jackson Field as we prepare for the top half of this 8th inning. Score is now at 7-4 for the Bears as they were able to bring one run across in the bottom of that 7th inning. A little bit of defensive changes here for the Bears. Doing the catching now, Craig Kenny. He was DHing, and he has plenty of catching experience, so nothing new for him. Back to first base is Garrett Fisher, where he originally started this game, and moving to DH is going to be Carson Gross, who came in a pinch running role for Caden Wagner.
Playing musical positions out here.
Yeah, I think I got all of that right.
I think you're good. I think you nailed it.
They're just trying to make things hard on us up here.
That's our good test, Sunday test for us.
Leading things off here in the top of the 8th for the Leathernecks is number 20, Nick Mitchell.
0 for 2 today with a walk. Dylan Day still out there, 45 pitches. I mean, how many pitches did he throw yesterday? Do you have that anywhere? Take your time, no worries.
I will in a minute.
Because he was out there for a good portion yesterday, I believe. I know he threw over an inning if I'm...
24 pitches yesterday. He went an inning and 2/3.
So 24 yesterday and 45 today. Yeah, I mean, we're here in the 8th. Maybe they're just trying to get him and get somebody out there for the 9th. But why take him out? He's doing a great job.
Yeah, we will see what happens. As that ball's in there for a strike, counts move down to 1-2.
He's had 3 scoreless so far. At least close to 3. Let me get you that exact one here. 3.1 scoreless, I should say. So he has a
low and outside.
Yep, 2-2 count now. 1 hit, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts. That 1 hit was a triple.
And that hit was my fault, obviously.
So we'll just credit that one to you.
Yes. That ball's lined into center field. Hines able to settle under it, though, for the first out of the inning.
Yeah, and you know, if your pitch count's getting up there, you'll take that.
Absolutely.
That was his 50th pitch of the game, or of his outing.
50 pitches through, 3 2/3 innings now for him. Not bad at all.
Not bad at all. But we did mention he is a starter. He made his first relief appearance yesterday, and obviously his second one today. So he has that stamina to stay out there a little longer than most relievers.
Yes. Pinch hitting now for the Leathernecks in place of Toby Allred is number 10, Gage Cruz. We saw him yesterday.
Have to see if Cruz stays in there at first base as well.
I would have to assume that he will. It's where he played yesterday as well. That first pitch in there low for a strike. Cruz taking his time outside of the box, being instructed by home plate umpire to step back in. And that ball looks like it's going to be gone. Yep, that one was hit a mile into right field for a solo home run there by Cruz. King out there in right field faked me out.
Yeah.
So he pretended he was going to be able to catch it. I was wondering if it might go off the wall, but yeah, that one was a no-doubter off of the bat. Great pinch hitting roll there by Cruz.
Yeah, I mean, that's what the manager wants. That's what you want. That's what your teammates want when you get up there as a pinch hitter. Some instant success right there, and it's a 2-run ball game.
Number 25, Adam Duran.
1 out here in the top of the 8th. And again, we can't see the bullpen down there. You have to think there's somebody up for the Bears.
You'd have to assume that they have at least people moving around down there, getting ready to come in, especially considering Day pitched yesterday. That pitch fouled off behind us. Brings count to 1-1. Adam Duran now hitting.
Duran 0 for 3 today. 180 on the season now.
Oof. That pitch just missed high. Good job framing that one there by Kenny.
Yeah, that was a tough one. I agree with the call, but that's a tough one.
That pitch low for a ball. Moves the count to 3-1 now.
Hitters count.
Yeah, Duran's going to be looking for his pitch to hit here.
Yeah, he went on that one. He definitely brought the knob of that bat across. Kept the barrel back, but that knob definitely came across.
Yeah, it didn't. I think it was called strike anyway, too, by a home plate umpire. That pitch was too far inside, and that'll be a walk there on Duran.
So 1 run across already. There's 1 out, and now a man on first.
Second walk of the day for Day. Jack Seavers now batting. That's fouled right off the mask of catcher Craig Kenny. He's going to walk away, take a second for himself, as he should.
As he should, yeah. I hope nothing happens to him. Already down Glenn.
Yeah, not every day you see three different catchers in a game.
Yeah, I'm not sure, actually. I don't think I've ever seen that.
0-1 count here on Seavers. Duran takes off for second. Kenny with the throw, and he's got him. Great throw there by Kenny. Little catcher-on-catcher crime.
Yeah, what a throw there. I mean, gonna test him. This is the third catcher. We just talked about it. This is the third catcher we've seen today. So, maybe the Leathernecks were saying, this is a third catcher. Come on, let's see what he's got. Well, he's got a cannon apparently.
Yeah, that throw was on a rope right to Kubo, able to lay down the tag. 2 outs now, 0-2 count here on Seavers.
And you saw the runner trying to slide to the outside of that bag to avoid it, but just couldn't avoid that one.
And strike 3. Good inning. Good job getting out of that one by Dylan Day after giving up the solo shot to Cruz. 1 run comes across in the top of the 8th inning. We will be back here for the bottom half in a minute.
UNC Bears 7, Western Illinois Leathernecks 5.
When you're ready to take the next step, develop skills for a new career, or become licensed in your field, join a community committed to your success. Choose from more than 100 graduate programs. Work side by side with mentoring faculty who share their research and experience so that you're ready to step up. On campus, off campus, and online. The Graduate School at the University of Northern Colorado.
We are back here at Jackson Field for the bottom half of this 8th inning. Bears leading things right now 7-5. Hopefully this is their last trip to the plate.
Yeah, that's the plan they're going for here. They definitely would like to get an insurance run or two here and then have their pitcher come out and be lights out.
Caden Kratz still out there on the mound for the Leathernecks. Only 3 pitches. 3-pitch strikeout on Garrett Fisher when he came in relief that last inning.
Yeah, 3-pitch strikeout as a reliever. Oh, that's something. You're walking back to that dugout with that strut. You came in, you did exactly what you were supposed to do and what you
can't
wanted
ask for much better.
Oh, my goodness, yeah.
Craig Kenny leading things off here for the Bears. That ball's in there low for a strike.
More of the same. Kenny 1 for 3 today. Playing catcher now.
That ball's hit high to the second baseman who's calling everyone off. Santorelli will settle under that for the first out of the inning.
Quick and efficient.
Coming up now for the Bears, number 2, third baseman, Chase Cromer. Twin 2. 1 for 3 on the day. Season average now sitting at 269, just continuing to slowly bring that up.
I was just about to say, yeah, Cromer number 2 is steadily rising with that average. Ooh, that pitch looked good.
Yeah, it appeared to have just missed outside for a ball. Cut the inside part of the plate. 1-1 now the count. That's fouled off right back at us. Brings the count to 1-2 now.
I didn't jump that time.
I know. See, we're improving back here.
I'm growing up. 1-2 count, 1 out. Chase Cromer up there.
And that ball's low and outside. Evens the count at 2-2. Cromer in his last at bat singled to right field. That ball fouled off, but caught by, or held onto by Duran for a strikeout. 2 outs now in the bottom of the 8th.
Kratz is efficient out there. I mean, that's 10 pitches, 3 outs.
Yeah, he's moving through these batters for the Bears.
10 pitches, 3 outs for him, 2 of them being strikeouts.
Now batting shortstop Cameron Cromer from the left-handed side, which I still just find very interesting that he and his twin brother, one's a lefty, or one at least bats lefty, one bats righty. Big hack there by Cromer. Swung through for a strike.
That's what we call a daddy hack.
They both throw righty, though.
They do.
On the left side of the infield. Up ball hit to left field, deep left field. Chasing that one is Sievers, and he's going to catch that one on the warning track as he runs into the wall. Good hack there by Cromer, but even better job coming away with the play as Sievers. That'll be it for the bottom half of the 8th inning. We will be back for the top of the 9th here in a minute.
It's within us to want to explore, discover, connect, succeed. And if we start in a place that welcomes, encourages, inspires, we'll find community and new ways to make the world better. Explore more at the University of Northern Colorado.
Well, folks, it's only 8 a.m. and it's going to be another hot one. Today's high is 85 degrees with lows ranging in the upper 50s. Tomorrow's more of the same, plus some light wind coming in from the northeast. Coming up at 8:30, Paul's got an exclusive
Babe, it's 8 a.m.
Fried chicken, better with Pepsi.
Back here in the 9th frame of this one at the Jackson Field. Still out there on the mound, Dylan Day, and we were just talking about this. Not mad about this move.
No, not at all. He's right now got 4 1/3 innings of work and hoping to make that 5 1/3 and finish this thing out here for the Bears.
Yeah, 61 pitches for him, 2 hits given up, 1 run. Of course, it was that solo home run, as that is a shot into center field, picked up by Hines for a leadoff single. And now let's see if there is anything going on in that bullpen. I know that probably doesn't have a very long leash here, Dylan Day, but this isn't terribly bad trouble yet.
And we are going to get a mound visit here from pitching coach Dan Martinet.
So a mound visit here from Martinet. Let's see if a change is being made or if it's just a quick talk. And if I had to guess, I'd say it's going to be a change, but
and it will be.
It will be a change. We're going to have a pitching change real quick. We'll take a break, and we'll have a new pitcher for you coming up after this.
UNC's prepared me for leadership roles by pushing me out of my comfort zone. My coaches and my professors wanted to hear about my passions, my goals, what my family meant to me, what my mom in particular means to me. And I think that was the most impactful thing to me. And it made me feel like I was going to a place that would see me more than a student. They want you to be the best you can be. I'm on the leadership council here, and I've started every game. If you believe in yourself and you keep pushing yourself, you're going to shock yourself with the things that you can achieve.
playground.
I think that UNC has given me the tools to make an impact on my community. My major here at UNC is political science.
I am very excited that I've been able to be a part of Student Senate, and I can't imagine my life without that impact and making those changes. I got so much more out of this experience than just a degree. I will be leaving here a better person, a more engaged person, more educated person, someone who's more caring for others.
Like sweet morning dew, one look at you, and it was plain to see that you were my destiny. I will go where you lead, I'll be right there in a time of need. And when I lose my way, you'll be right there to push me up that hill. There's no looking back, or you're all I need, baby, to get by.
New pitcher out there for the Bears, and we saw him yesterday. Got the win yesterday. Ashton Manser, right-handed pitcher.
Yeah, came in, finished things out in the top of the ninth with pitching just 1/3 of an inning. Only faced one batter, 2 pitches. Got that
Efficient.
batter out, and
yeah,
he was the pitcher of record when the Bears were able to score that walk-off in the bottom of the ninth. So
2
pitches and got himself the
you
win.
get the win. Yeah, not a bad day. Well, he comes into today with an 8.25 ERA, 11 strikeouts, 16 hits given up, and 11 innings pitched. And meeting him will be Derek Bottaletto, followed by Corey Olson as they're going to turn over the lineup, and Matt Santorelli in the hole. So we're set here in the top of the ninth. Runner on, squaring around and fouled off. Taking off there from first was Sam Maddox. Just trying to move that runner into scoring position. So 0-1, no outs. Have to see if he squares around again, and he does, going for the pure sacrifice. They're going to go for the pickoff move here, and that one was close but called safe. How about that move from Manser?
Everyone within the press box thought that they got him. There was a very loud ooh.
Yep,
from
everyone thought about that one there. You know what? I can tell you right now, Sam Maddox is thinking about it as well.
Yeah, it got picked off twice yesterday. Doesn't want to make that happen again here today.
And it's taking a brief time out here. Maddox looks like he had something wrong with his wristband or something down there at first, but he's set to go. As is Manser. 0-1 count still. Delivery, breaking ball, down in the zone for a strike. 0-2. Manser not an overpowering pitcher, but has some good off-speed stuff, some good breaking balls, and he's able to spot it pretty well.
Yeah, absolutely. He's done pretty good in the few times that we've seen him so far this year.
Going back to the pickoff move, but Maddox not quite as far off that base as before.
He knows his run's important here, and he's not going to let that happen again.
Yeah, I'm sure that's what the first base coach told him as well, is, hey, man, you can't get picked off. High and outside, maybe going for a intentional, not so intentional pitch out. 1-2 count now. Still no outs. That double play is in order. Bears are very good at turning that double play. Middle infield with Kubo and Cromer. Experienced with it out there. Tops in the Summit League. Swung on and popped up, and that's going to be a fair ball. They're going to go ahead and try to send Maddox, end up stopping him as now a double, 2 runners in scoring position, and that's your tying run out there on second.
Yeah, and still no outs here in the top half of the 9th inning for the Bears.
Turning over the lineup here, Corey Olson will step in. Now Olson, he is one heck of a hitter. 0 for 2 today. First base is open. but you also have Santarelli on deck. Is that thought even crossing Coach Iwasaki's mind?
I'm going to say no, not right now, especially with no outs. You don't want to load the bases.
So 2 runners in scoring position. Corey Olson up there. Breaking ball fouled right back at us.
He didn't move.
I didn't move. Statue right here.
Nerves of steel.
0-1 count. Statue on the outside. Butterflies on the inside.
Yes.
Bit of a pickle here for Ashton Manser. Needs a strikeout. Gets a swing and a miss on that breaking ball. Looking like a slider he's going to these last 2 pitches, and it looks good.
Yeah, it's been a great pitch for him so far.
Yeah, we don't have the exact scouting reports on our pitchers here, so we're just trying to use our experience here to try to figure out what they're throwing. And just looking like a slider coming out of his hand and the way it's spinning across the plate. Regardless, it is 0-2. That one comes in there for a strike. Olson didn't like it, but he's going to sit down anyway. Needed that one, Ashton Manser. 1 down.
Huge strikeout there for him.
Second baseman, number 4, Matt Santarelli.
Now here comes Santarelli. He's 2 for 4 today, and he's really put a jolt into a few of these baseballs.
Yeah, he definitely has. He tripled in his last at bat to deep center field.
That tying run out there on second base. Fastball. Not a fastball, I'd have to say. That looks like a changeup there. Had the look of a fastball, which is exactly what you want.
Yep.
Swung right through by Santarelli.
Got Santarelli way out ahead of that one.
Definitely on his front foot. 0-1. And that one in the dirt. Nice stop there to save a run.
Yeah, huge block there by catcher Craig Kenny.
And there's your tying run there on second. Bartoletto taking his lead. 1-1. Manser gets his sign and delivers. Breaking ball sent deep into the outfield. Now coming on is King. King grabs it. They're going to send the runner to third, but Bears don't care about that one. They'll let him score. And now it is a 7-6 ball game with 2 outs.
Love that throw there from King. Didn't even worry about the runner scoring from home. Fired it right into third to keep the runner on second.
Yeah, good baseball IQ there. Because if he goes home with that ball, Bartoletto's heading to third, and that's your tying run 90 feet away.
Yep, and now 2 outs here in the top of the 9th.
Stepping in, the last chance here for the Leathernecks is Dylan Sears. 1 for 4 with a strikeout today. No slouch at the plate, though, hitting .303 with 11 RBIs on the season. Manser trying to secure the series sweep this weekend. As this one comes inside, nice scoop there by Kenny. 1-0. Sears gets ready, steps into the box. Manser gets his sign, he sets and delivers. Swung on and fouled down the left field line and out of play. And you can see Manser, at least here in that last one, he not even looking at Bartoletto out there at second base.
Yeah, right now he's just got to worry about the batter and getting that last out.
You see Bartoletto still out there on second, shadowed by Cromer. Cromer's going to step back and get back into position. The delivery from Manser is blocked. And again, good job from Kenny to keep it in front of him. Going back to that, what we believe to be that slider. Getting a little too low, though, on a few of them, making Kenny sweat back there.
You know, got to make him work.
Yeah, got third catcher of the game. I mean, you got to work up a sweat, right?
Exactly. He was getting the DH earlier, sit on the bench, so might as well get him some work here.
2-1 delivery. Swung on and lifted into center field, and this is going to score Bartoletto. We are tied here in the 9th.
Great piece of hitting there by Sears. Just lifted that one right into center field, kind of middle of nowhere where no one was there.
Yeah, he had to groove that one too. That was not an easy spot to hit that ball as far as the placement of that pitch. He really had to focus in on it and come around, shorten up, and poke that one out into center. Well, we had a walk-off last night for the Bears. I should say yesterday for the Bears. Maybe we'll have another one today. Go-ahead run at first for Western Illinois. This one comes in, and this one's sent deep into center field, backing up as Hines. He is trailing it, and he loses it. It drops. It drops. He gets it in as fast as he can, but Sears will score, and Western Illinois takes the lead in the 9th on an error in center field.
And I think he just lost that one in the sun. From where he's at, he's looking straight up at the sun, looking at where the shadows are right now. That ball wasn't hit overly high either, so that's what I'm going to say happened.
What a tough play out there for Hayden Hines. He was tracking it, and you could tell that he wasn't exactly sure, and I think you may be onto something with that, son. You know, we're looking at the shadows. You can look at the shadow behind Manser there. It's heading straight back to center field. So if you're the center fielder, you are looking directly up at that sun.
Yep.
Especially when the ball is coming directly at you, as that one was. But no matter how it falls, it did fall. So it is an 8-7 ball game now. Western Illinois on top. And now a big bat. Gage Cruz up there. He's 1 for 1 today with a home run. Breaking ball in on the outside corner for a strike. 0-2. Manser just trying to keep it where it is. So an 0-2 count. Manser getting his sign from Kenny. He sets, checks the runner, and delivers. Low and outside that time. Not a bad one there on an 0-2 count. You see the runner getting a lead off of second. Cromer in the area, but not very close.
Manser's certainly going to be hunting a strikeout here.
This one lofted. And same situation here. Cromer under this one, and he will snag this one to end the top of the 9th. But 3 runs come across, and a lead change has happened. Western Illinois takes the lead in the top of the 9th inning, and we're headed to the bottom of the 9th. UNC down by 1. We'll be back after this.
Coming to UNC, one thing that I really wanted to engage in was different leadership roles for professional and personal development. I'm currently the Director of Finance for our Student Senate. I am also in Beta Alpha Psi in the President's Leadership Program. Having all of these different opportunities across campus, I think is really going to be helpful when I go into my career and into real-world situations, and also has been super empowering.
We're here for the ones with big hearts, the ones with big calluses, the ones who go the distance, the ones holding down the fort, the weekend warriors, the crafty ones, these crafty ones too, and the ones just being themselves. Here's to the ones who define the Colorado spirit. We're proud to be the community bank that helps them live that way, because we're not just a bank in Colorado. We're Bank of Colorado. There's only one.
And 10-15 minutes ago, we would not have thought we'd have been here, but a big top of the 9th for Western Illinois, and we have a bottom of the 9th here. And UNC is losing now by what run? 8-7.
Yeah, the Leathernecks able to just put together some good at-bats, got a fortunate error there in center field by Hines, who it is an error. It goes as an error because it was completely unforced. But with the sun there, that's just a unfortunate play there for him.
Yeah, most definitely. Now, who's stepping in but Hayden Hines?
Yeah, he will get a chance here to redeem himself. And I know he's definitely looking to make that happen.
Yeah, this is a competitive guy. He wants to help his teammate out here, and he's going to swing at the first pitch, chop it to second, and Santarelli cannot field it.
And that was a tough hop there for Santarelli.
Oh, incredibly tough.
I think that's got to go as a single there.
That should probably go as a hit, I agree. So, and it is going to be a hit, I should say. So Hayden Hines leading off the bottom of the ninth with a single, and now turning the lineup over. Jake King stepping in. He's 1 for 3 today with a walk. I tell you, these Bears, they just don't make it easy on themselves.
No, this Leatherneck team, they just refuse to go away.
They refuse to go away.
Same with the game yesterday. It seemed like things were put away and up by 7 late, and they battled back into it.
Yep, this was a 6-0 ball game going into the 4th inning. Bears on top, and then a 4-run 4th for the Leathernecks. Made it 6-4 all the way until the 7th inning when an insurance run came in for UNC, and then 4 straight unanswered runs, getting us to where we are now with UNC down by 1 in the bottom of the 9th. 2-0 count to the one-hole hitter, Jake King, as Hayden Hines is on first. Shaden Kubo on deck. That one looked good. It was good. 2-1. I think what it is just a beautiful day for baseball, and they wanted to play another half inning.
Yeah, of course. Why not?
That one high and outside, and now King is looking at a 3-1 count. And I'd have to say, I know King is an incredible hitter, but I'm not sure I'd be giving him a green light here. I'd say maybe it has to be perfect.
Yeah, it's got to be your pitch.
It has to be perfect for you.
Hines is taking off there.
Won't matter, as the pitch is a ball high. And now we have the winning run on first base with guess who stepping up? Shaden Kubo.
Power hitter.
5'8", 165.
I'm not calling for it, but I'm just saying.
Not calling it?
I wouldn't mind seeing one for the third day in a row.
Wouldn't mind 3 days in a row of a Kubo dinger.
And I think we're going to have a pinch hitter on deck. There are 3 people right now standing in the dugout for the Bears that it could be, so we will keep you updated when we get a more solidified answer there.
Yeah, they're all ready to go. Who doesn't want to be up in this situation? So we have a conference on the mound. Doesn't look like we're going to have a pitching change, though. We haven't seen anybody up in the bullpen for the Leathernecks in a couple innings, actually.
Yeah, it would be a surprise pitching change for sure.
While that's going on, we have coaches Jelly and Iwasaki having a conversation back behind home plate. Jelly's going to relay the information to Kubo now.
Can't forget speed on the bases, too, with Hines at second and King at first.
Very important. Very important. No outs as well. So if you're on the mound right now, if you're Caden Kratz, this is that situation. You got to get a strikeout and you've got to get a double play. With no outs in the inning, winning run on first, and you're about to get to the meat of the order, you need a strikeout and a double play. Now the thing is, though, you got Kubo up there who just does not strike out. He is a contact hitter, good bat to ball skill, and he does not strike out very often. Now we do have the corners very far in. We'll see if Kubo lays one down. He's not going to, as he's swinging at that one, and that one will go foul down the first base line. And we had both corners sprinting in. No sign of a bump, but they were coming in on that one.
Yeah, and I understand why, because last time in this exact situation, Kubo had runners on first and second. He laid down a bunt and ended up going for a hit to load the bases for Glenn back in the third inning.
And in this situation, he could lay one down and just not be going for a hit, of course, but get those 2 runs in a scoring position with only 1 out. But with Kubo's bat, I say swing away, and I think that's what Iwasaki's saying here.
Yep.
As that one comes inside, and how about that?
Double steal there for the Bears. And
double steal, but it looks like Kubo may have been caught by that. Not sure. No.
The home plate umpire did say that he went around on that.
Signal strike?
Yeah, Troy Hodak.
But hey, there goes your double play. There goes your force. Now you're winning runs on second with no outs.
Yeah, and tying run on third, so have to at least bring him across.
And heads-up baseball there by Hines, because you had the fielders moving with the bunt. As you know, the fielders are going to cover each other's positions, and nobody was really there at third.
Yep.
So Hines, he just took off, and right behind him, King said, I'll take second. So a double steal on that one. Kubo lofts this one, and that'll go in foul to the parking lot behind us. So 0-2 to Kubo. No outs, winning run on second base. We had a walk-off yesterday for UNC. Could we have another one today?
I know Kubo's certainly thinking about that and making that happen right now.
Kubo sends this one to the hole. It's picked up by Bottaletto. A run scores, so we're tied.
Yeah, great piece of hitting there by Kubo. And good job by the shortstop there, Bottaletto, forcing King back to second before making that throw over to first. But Bears are able to tie things up here in the bottom of the 9th.
Yeah, great play there, and able to hit it not at a corner. Because if that went to a corner, that's coming straight home. Of course, good speed coming home, though we had talked about that. Now we have head coach Kara Iwasaki talking to our home plate umpire. Looks like we might have a pinch hitter or a pinch runner or some kind of substitution. I see.
It's like Lincoln Turner swinging the bat right now.
Yep, Turner taking a step out. Looks like he may come on, the senior out of Sparks, Nevada.
And it will be him.
So Turner's going to come in and take a few hacks.
This will be his first at bat of the series. We did see him in a pinch running role in the last game.
So what was Josh Glenn's spot has been a few other people's spot.
Yes.
And is now Lincoln Turner's spot in the lineup as he has the winning run on second. And you have this is a senior. This is a guy who's been here before, so why not put him out there?
Exactly. Veteran guy.
Still just 1 out, winning run on second. First pitch to him, he's going to foul straight back. And when you foul it straight back like that, that means your timing is just about perfect. You just need to place that bat better.
Yeah, he was just under that one.
Quick note, if UNC comes back to win this, not comes back, but if they end up winning this in a walk-off, this will be the first sweep since 2018 against South Dakota State.
That would be huge for them, especially with the start of conference play.
That one in there is a ball. 1-1, absolutely. Getting ready with and now you're in the same conference as South Dakota State. And I mean, yeah, no, it's huge. It would be huge to get that sweep, just open conference play and just have a head of steam moving forward. 1-1 count, 1 out. Winning run on second. Lincoln Turner up, delivery, and that is going to be low and outside for a ball. Lincoln Turner up. You have Cade Moeller on deck. Turner hits .283 this season. He has 3 RBIs, and he's come around to score 3 times in limited roles. 2-1 count. Swung on. This one's in the gap, and coming around is the winner. Bears walk it off for the second time in 2 days, and Turner wins it for UNC as King crosses the plate. Gatorade showers.
Back-to-back walk-offs for the Bears. What a job hitting there by Turner. He got a pitch to hit, lined it into left center field, and center fielder unable to come up and fire that one home. Not that I think he would have had a chance, but
incredible speed out there at second in King, so anything through the infield was going to be the winner, and Turner was able to get it done, and there it is. The first sweep since 2018 against South Dakota State.
4 years.
4 years without a sweep, and it happens right here at Jackson Field to open up conference play What a feeling to have. Great job for the Bears. Final score after 9, walking it off again. Second day in a row for the Bears, 9-8.
Couldn't ask for a better start to conference play than with a sweep.
Not at all. What a way to get it started.
We're going to take a second now to take a quick look at some of our stats. Riley Bost got things started today, went 3 2/3 innings, gave up 6 hits, 4 runs. Only one of those runs was earned, though, with all the pass balls and wild pitches. One walk and 1 strikeout. Dylan Day came in, great relief appearance for him. 4 1/3 innings, 3 hits, 2 runs, both of those earned, 2 walks, striking out 3 batters. And then Ashton Manser came in that final inning. One innings pitched, 2 hits, 2 runs, 1 of those earned, and 1 strikeout. For the Leathernecks, Raymond, 4 innings pitched, 6 hits, 6 runs, all of those earned. Rosenfeld went 2 2/3, 3 hits, 1 run, that run being earned. And then Kratz came in, went 1 2/3 innings, 2 hits, 2 runs, both of those earned runs, giving up that walk-off here in the bottom of the 9th.
So another huge win for UNC, and I don't know about you. I've got a few guys for my player of the game. I mean, it's hard to go against Dylan Day. He kept him in this game. He just locked down a really good offensive squad on the other side, and he came in relief and did a great job doing that. So Dylan Day is one of them, but offensively, you got to go with the guy who hit the walk-off, right? Pinch hit walk-off.
Yeah, Lincoln Turner, pinch hit walk-off. He's a senior, hasn't been playing as much as I'm sure he would want to, but being able to come in here and get the walk-off hit, that's got to be a great feeling for him.
Yeah, so shout out to those two guys. Phenomenal game today. They're going to be on the road against the University of Utah. They'll be back next weekend with another Summit League series. Well, the final today, again, after 9 innings, a walk-off again. 9-8, Bears win it. For all the guys in the studio and for my partner next to me here, Matt Gator, I'm Bobby Morrow. Thank you so much for joining us today. We'll talk to you next weekend.